Miss LV Europa. Whatever you do, make sure you do it in the toughest environment.
Mac double.
That's the only way we grow. Yo, roll call for them tough niggas who act inspiring. You can't hit the stage with my vets if you don't meet requirements. Heard you did all that work from the fifth to the first when I birthed your retirement. You hanging it up and it's still not enough in the toughest environment. Toughest environment, niggas will spit till they vomiting. Toughest environment, niggas will bring the piranhas in. Toughest environment, better be talking to scholarship. Toughest environment. Who the toughest, who the strongest, who the smartest? Hitting the stage, PowerPoint, and I'm going through papers regardless. Listen up, got a point to prove, but I'm moving on, cause you niggas retarded. Toughest environment, only up make you a target. You don't want that smoke, shit your body last week, run down on the whole Christina class with the pie. Oh my God, sa.neter, I think you the GOAT, no rigmarole. Still take total control, just put my shit at the top of the pole. Toughest environment. Listen, just get it, I'm still past a minute, I work every minute, and maybe I'm uncle with Chris Harris thoughts, and I thought you should know that this ain't a scrimmage. And I'm shaping you right, molding you tight to be in the image of toughest environment. Yo, roll call for them tough niggas who act inspiring. You can't hit the stage with my vets if you don't meet requirements. Heard you did all that work from the fifth to the first when I birthed your retirement. You hanging it up and it's still not enough in the toughest environment. Toughest environment, niggas will spit till they vomiting. Toughest environment, niggas will bring the piranhas in. Toughest environment, better be talking to scholarship. Toughest environment. I'm sure we can work this out, just get in the ring. You better be Zion Alexa, this best of divine prospect when he doing his thing. Or Captain Tazayach, they cross that line, I get away clean. Or Ali Muhammad, so valid, still got me up on my team. All of it brought together because of the studio. Stop acting like y'all could have been doing that cause you didn't do it though. And I watch them lions get ran out of the den, this shit'll get crucial. Who you know take the whole damn stage and turn that shit to a musical. Stay in your cubicle. The environment's tough, don't wire me up, I'm calling your bluff. I'm running it back and I'm running it back like it's never enough. Got them diamonds in the rough, and we can't get to every treasure, but you gotta help me dig it up. But to me it's like whatever. Yo, roll call for them tough niggas who act inspiring. You can't hit the stage with my vets if you don't meet requirements. Heard you did all that work from the fifth to the first when I birthed your retirement. You hanging it up and it's still not enough in the toughest environment. Toughest environment, niggas will spit till they vomiting. Toughest environment, niggas will bring the piranhas in. Toughest environment, better be talking to scholarship. Toughest environment.
Just waiting on my guest to come through. Captain Tazayach will be doing his thing today. All right, just waiting on my guest. He should be here any minute. And while we waiting, let's hear it. Yeah.
True, Mahafa. AGS Damari.
Let me hear what he's saying. Let's listen to the lyrics.
Source up and shut up.
He talking some stuff.
Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test? Step up with a cane and top, had to match. A Lord of Ice, supreme ruler, that's right in his act. Double or nothing, 2 for 1. That's how I'm coming. Do the math and do the knowledge. I'm March 100. And I stay reppin' that 5. Who wanna see me live? Got a murder man vibe. Bodies in my archives. When I up my source, just up the score cause it's a rap. And I be that more. You don't remember he was cap caught blabber lacking in his babble. Ran down on him. The real driller from Manila. I stood over homie. I took his feds. He was fake and he was false flag. And I'm here to rep that right way. And I'ma keep spazzing. Behind my people I stand on business. Yeah, I'm crashing out. And if you cross my golden path, yeah, I'm flashing out. Got a bucket list of future bodies in my inventory. My peer reviews are undisputed. You can keep the glory. Every appeal to authorities just to cry for help. And intellectual cowards, they die 1,000 deaths. Who really want it with me? I stay war ready. Round for round, got 100 slides. Who wanna test me? Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Godfather green light, I'ma whack 'em all. It's time to clean up the platform and tax 'em all. Know it like you owe it, the elders sent me for it. Retaliation is a must and that canopus bogus. It's pseudo killer be killed when I'm in the battlefield. They say steel sharp and steel, my real isn't real. Yeah, this that simmer talk and I'm ready to drill. Train to go and fully equipped to break that Roman seal. Grinding the powder and get power to the masses. If it's smoke, then it's smoke, I'ma get axed. Tell them come with it. Done did it, we split it, they can all get it. I got 7 deadly venoms, been sick with it. I can behead them in public and still get acquitted. I put in work on house niggas and tell them I hit them. I'm that runaway slave they wanna capture. I took the whip from his hand and punished master. He's just another widow son of a bastard. I wage war on infidels and call them Kafirs. If sa.neter give me that card in your chapter. Knowledge is power, test mine and I'ma smash it. Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me? Debate Coliseum, you pseudo sideline. Yeah, I got plenty motion. You blind, lead the blind. I'm in the HOK, sourced up and ready. I got the drop on every op. Yeah, who wanna test me?
Come on, man, y'all gotta stop talking when I'm putting my sound effects on. I'm saying oh for a reason. You see that young champion, the future champ in the building, god damn it. He ain't afraid to pop up in this mud, huh? He ain't afraid. Y'all play talk that talk. The man didn't ask you nothing about what's important. He's asking you, he's challenging you to do something. He ain't asking y'all, is it important?
Yeah. Y'all already know what it is.
The man popped
Captain,
up.
can you hear me?
He's challenging y'all.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Captain. I just took you off mute.
Okay.
What's going on, man? Hey, yo, man. Yo, listen, man.
What's up?
ISUPK rappers can't touch the HOK rappers, brother. I'm telling you, if you want that battle, if we want the battle, we can set it up. You can get ISUPK versus the HOK rappers, brother.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna play it in my head. So, are you talking about like we take our songs versus your songs?
That's right.
You ain't ready, man. You ain't ready.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Listen, we can do it.
I'm talking about doing it right here. Bring your crew, have them come on, and I get my peoples and have them come on, brother.
Say less. I'm gonna tell you, we got challenged like a couple years ago.
Talking about battle rap, conscious battle rap, brother.
Yeah. You talk about where they battle each other, or you talk about they play the song and then the people vote for the song?
Yeah, we battling. That's still battling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, let's say if Tazayach got a song and he goes up against one of your boys and they song, and then we let the people vote.
That's right.
We'll whoop y'all ass. We'll whoop y'all ass.
Okay, that sounds good.
Listen, you ain't ready for them. Listen, we ain't Christians. That's all I'm gonna tell you. We Christians.
All right, man. Hey, yo. First of all, let me say there's absolutely no profanity.
Fact.
No profanity. And I see you getting ready to do your thing, brother. Live, probably hiding under the bed, pinking. And we are live on both channels. sa.neter Studio and the HOK. So without any further ado, I want to pass you the mic, brother. And you're dealing with Allah and Yahweh.
Right. Well, we say Yahawah. I know why people say Yahweh. So if you say Yahweh, it's not going to offend me. I just wanted Yahawah to be in the title.
Okay, YAHAWAH. Okay, my bad. YAHAWAH.
Right. And so,
but what's the difference though? I mean, I hear Israelites say YAHAWAH Shah. They say YAHAWAH. Or they say Okay,
YAHAWAH Shah is Christ's name. That means the Lord saved.
Yeah. Right.
YAHAWAH is the Lord's name. So, like Allah, for example, Allah would in Hebrew, like Elohim, what they say for Elohim in modern Hebrew or Allahayim, that's what the Allah would be in Islam, because Elohim means Elohim or Allahayim translates to God or gods, and Allah in their language is God. But the name of the God in Israel is YAHAWAH. Some people may say Jehovah, some people may say Yahweh, but in the Bible, his name is not Allah. You're not going to find Allah being God's name nowhere in the Old Testament. You will see the word God, but we're not talking about the word God. We talk about his name.
All the confusion, and then you say shalom. Hold up. Then someone say shalom, and then other Israelites say shalom, and then you say, well, no, that's not the way you do it. That's not. But other Israelites say like the mighty Hebrew. The mighty Hebrew, he would say shalom.
He would say shalom, because I think if you actually, my brother actually broke it down. When you say shalom, the O, they inserted the Y for the O. So when they're pronouncing it, they put the Y sound separate, but in actuality, it's just shalom. Even though the Y is in there, the Y is not pronounced. So they're pronouncing the Y. I don't know why, because once you put the Y in there, you're pluralizing, or you're making it peaceful or piecing. Shalom is just peace. Like watch is shamar. If you was watching something, it's shawamar. So like that. So that's what the Y. So they actually changing the usage of that word. That word wouldn't be in the beginning of a greeting. It might be in the middle or something like that, but it wouldn't be in the beginning. The first verse, I didn't plan on showing it. Well, let me add this. I want to add this scripture into this text so people can understand what I mean by the difference. And so how I came about this a couple months ago, sa.neter, of course, asked me to do this thing with Islam. And so I told him that I would do it. And so he's the reason for it. Shout out to sa.neter. Of course, I like working with the brother. That's my brother. You could say he almost started my YouTube stuff that I do. I give him all credit. I won't be like other people in the world that try to take sa.neter's credit away. I give him all the credit in the world. And so that's why I'm doing it. So when I do this, it's going to seem like to disrespect Islam, which I have no love for Islam. I think everybody knows that I have absolutely none. When I say none, I mean none.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't love Islam at all. Islam is like Christianity to me. Islam is like something else that came along and plagued us from serving the Most High the way the Most High would have us serve him. That's the God of the Arabs, and that's not the God of the Bible. But a lot of people think that because it's, black people, you got two different types of Muslims too. The Muslims I'm focusing on is just those from the Quran. The reason why I'm doing it that way is because black Muslims don't really follow the Quran. They follow Elijah Muhammad's type of Islam, which doesn't necessarily follow the Quran. They actually utilize more of the Bible than they do the Quran.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the Honorable Elijah Muhammad Islam is better than following the Arab Islam?
I would say Elijah Muhammad's Islam is more about black people than the Allah.
Right. So would you say that's better? So would you say that is better than?
Okay, they both still bad, but if you had to pick one, I would pick the one that would put me with the brothers as opposed to one that put me with Arabs.
Right. Now, Captain Tazayach, y'all wouldn't be saying the white man is the devil today if it wasn't for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He brought that to the scene. Yes, he did. There was no one saying that. He brought that to America, and black people. Hold up. Black people were afraid to say stuff like that. And so when Elijah Muhammad came, he started talking about the white man's the devil, look him in his eyes, and that's where that come about. So I want y'all to acknowledge that. Don't forget that, man. The Nation of Islam was here before the radical Israelites.
You lucky I don't have but this book I have called when I was a slave memoirs.
Right.
Slaves been calling the white man the devil since slavery. So if you want to say as far as like on TV, as far as on the front line, yeah, you could say they said that
That's
from
what I'm
that
talking
position.
about.
But
Mhm.
calling a white man the devil, is since slavery. But if you want to
Right.
say they the first ones was like real hardcore with calling a white man a devil, you can give the Muslims the credit.
Right. That's what I'm
The
talking
black Muslims, you can give them the credit for that. But then it's a flip because when Malcolm went to Mecca, he started eating and drinking with them, serving the same God together.
Yeah.
So they wasn't that much of a devil. You ain't gonna see no white man in our thing. The white man ain't gonna be with us in this thing.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Malcolm, man. But Khalid got on him for that though. Khalid Muhammad.
Yeah. Malcolm didn't have the brotherhood necessary to keep Islam together. Like that's the as great as Malcolm was, that lack of if he had brotherhood, they would probably still be that strong force together. The memory of the nation in the 60s would be better if they had better brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like once Elijah Muhammad checked Malcolm didn't like to check it, and now he leaving and start telling on people. You know what I mean? So that just wasn't a good thing. So
man, when you say no Malcolm didn't, what you mean? Malcolm didn't what? Because everything we said up here was right.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, go ahead, Captain.
Yeah, sometimes Mandinka or what is his name, Jeremiah Judah, sometimes he be on point, but he can only be on point for like 60 seconds and then he be gone. Then he be off this rocker. But so what I'm gonna do, so I do have a PowerPoint. I'm gonna present. Let me see. Now I just started using, believe it or not, sa.neter, I just bought a Mac computer. Yeah, I'm trying to step my little game up and use a Mac computer. So let me make sure I got this right. How do I need to shrink it? See, that's the part I didn't like. Hold up. I need to reduce.
All right. He said, what white man did you say Malcolm was eating with, Captain?
That's from the movie.
Yeah, but you know what? It's true. Malcolm was drinking from the same cup with them now when he went to the Haas.
Yeah.
When he went to go to
Don't get mad at us because he was doing that, man. Get mad at him. Shit, that's his fault. I'm trying to turn on what I'm trying to do is reduce the size of this.
You know how to do it with the Mac?
Well, I got the share part. I'm just trying to make sure that I present the screen so that you can see it so I can start. So I'm gonna try. Let me come over here. I'm gonna present screen. Boom. Share screen. Here we go. Let me see. Let me go entire screen. Okay, so let me see. Can you see my screen now? Let me know if you can see me.
Yep, I can see it. It's up. It's up there.
Where'd the PowerPoint go? Hold on. Where'd the PowerPoint go? So you can leave that there. Where the damn? Hold on.
You don't have a PowerPoint. You got the Word.
No, I got a PowerPoint. It's a PowerPoint. You see that?
No, you got a Keynote, right?
No, I didn't use. You know what? I didn't get it.
You're not using the Mac right now.
No, I'm using the Mac, but I'm using the
Mac at Keynote. They don't have PowerPoint.
Listen, look at this thing right here. It says PowerPoint.
What is it? Where?
At the top. See right there, say PowerPoint. So I don't know Keynote. Said you got to teach me that, so I'm gonna have to get some.
I got Keynote. I mean, Keynote is bad, bro. Keynote is bad.
All right, so I'm gonna get the Keynote so that
you should have it in your computer.
It probably is. I probably just didn't never use it. I only been using. So I'm not super but I'm a novice. I'm kind of new to it. Okay, so I see Keynote. I'm gonna get it, but I'm not gonna use it today.
But you can't get it. Don't do it today because you got to learn it. But it's good, man. Keynote is bad. Better than PowerPoint.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I use it. All right, so I'm gonna pull this up so y'all should be able to see my screen now.
Yeah, your screen is sharing.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna begin now. This would be slides where the sole purpose of this is to show the difference between the God of the Quran and the God of the Bible. And for any Muslim that's going to challenge me, you're going to have to show how they're the same. For example, everybody doing a little intermittent fasting, aka Ramadan. That's all it is intermittent fasting, where you stop eating from the sun up to sundown, but you're eating all the food you can before the sun come up, and then you're eating all the food again when the sun goes down. So now the first scripture here, if you notice, this says, is Allah and Yahweh the same? First scripture is Psalms 83 and 18. It says that men may know that thou whose name alone is, this says Jehovah, in Hebrew it would be Yahawah, art the most high over all the earth. So now we just established what the name of the God of Israel is. So you can't say his name is God. You have to say his name is Yahweh, or his name is Jehovah, or his name is Yahweh, whichever translation you fit. The man that brought the Quran was a man by the name of Muhammad, claimed he met an angel. The problem with that is, when you read Deuteronomy 18 and 18, which is right here, it says, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee. This is Moses saying that our prophets have to be one of our brethren. What does that mean, one of our brethren? That means it has to be a fellow Israelite. It can't be a non-Israelite. And it says, I will put my words into his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command them. John 1 and 45, this Deuteronomy 18 and 18 applied directly to Christ. When you read Philip, this is John 1 and 45. Philip findeth Nathanael and saith unto him, we have found him of whom Moses and the law and the prophets did write, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Muhammad was an Arab Ishmaelite. Where does it say that Ishmaelites will lead God's chosen people? When you read Psalms, the 83rd chapter, this one right here, if I was to bring, let me see if I could do this. I'm going to slide this over. Y'all should be able to see this. If I slide this, wait, let me just shrink you down a little bit. I want to show y'all this. So if I slide this over, which y'all see, when y'all see this right here in Psalms, when you see verse 6, so now I'm going to read verse 5 so you can understand why an Ishmaelite can't be over Israel or be a prophet of Israel. This is Psalms, the 83rd chapter. It says, keep not thy silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. So now we're reading the Psalms where the enemies of God have lifted up their head against God. It says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Now it's going to name the nations that are against the God of Israel. It says the tabernacles of Edom. That's the Edomites. Then it says, and the Ishmaelites. So if Muhammad is an Arab, which is what the Ishmaelites come from, how can we have in our book where the Ishmaelites are confederate against God, trying to make the name of Israel be cut off from a nation, and then you telling us God sent Muhammad, who's an Ishmaelite, as a prophet? That don't even make sense. All right, so I'm gonna slide this back over. Keep that over there just in case I got to bring it back. We're gonna go back to the PowerPoint, which is here. Then it says, and so now also further in the Bible, it says, and this is in Galatians 1 and 6. This is what I'm reading right here. It says, I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that have called you into the grace of Christ into another gospel. This is important because the Quran is absolutely another gospel. We'll get into it. They don't keep a Sabbath day. They don't keep Day of Atonement. They don't keep Passover, where if it's the same God, it should be the same worship. When you go from the Old Testament and the New Testament, Christ kept the Passover. Old Testament, they kept the Passover. Christ kept Hanukkah. Old Testament, they kept Hanukkah. They kept Day of Atonement. They kept the same feast days. Christ wore fringes. They wore fringes in the Old Testament. So Galatians 1 and 6 says, called you into grace unto that which is another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Christ. Here's another criteria that we're going to have. In verse 8, it says, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. So now what the writer is saying is that whether if I or an angel come and try to give you any other doctrine than what God gave us, let him be accursed. So how can Muhammad come and give us some new mumbo jumbo, or even tell us that the angel Gabriel, which never met Muhammad, can come and give him what they call the Quran or some nonsense like that. Galatians 1:9 says, and as we have said before, so now I say again, if any man preach any other gospel, let him be accursed. So if Muhammad is teaching a different gospel and saying that he's the prophet and it's opposite of Christ, to the Israelites, he's accursed. We don't mess with him. We don't deal with him at all. We'll keep going. Next slide. Is the God of Israel the same as the God of the Quran? So here we have a parallel. So as you can see, I put the name of God's name, that's Psalms 83 and 18, says YAHAWAH. God of the Quran's name is Allah. Allah has no begotten son. God's only begotten son is Christ and Israel. John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not have perished life. Shall not perish, but have everlasting life. When you read 2nd Ezra 6 and 58, you find that Israel is also his begotten. It says, but we thy people Israel, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. So if the Bible clearly says Israel is his only begotten, and again, Muhammad is an Arab, what are we talking about? When you read, salvation is only through Muhammad as Allah's prophet. In the Bible, salvation is through Christ. We have a contradiction there. You can't have salvation through Christ and salvation through Muhammad. Surah 2 and 116, they say Allah has offspring, glory to him. In fact, in him belong whatever is in the heavens and the earth are all subject to his will. What offspring is that? We need to know. Maybe somebody can answer that for me, what his offspring is, because I've yet to find it. And if he says all the whole earth is his offspring, whatever's in the heavens and the earth, that is a contradiction, because the Bible says that Israel is his only son. As a matter of fact, let me slide this over real fast. Give me 1 second. I didn't mean to do that. Let me slide this over. Let me show you. Just in case y'all might be confused, like Cap, he made all the nations on the planet. Let's see what God said about that. Let me see. Hold up. Let me bring this here. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. Yep, let's get this here. There we go. So we're going to slide you over here. And let's look in the Bible. Let's see what the Bible says. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you of your iniquities. If we go further into Genesis, this is Genesis 22. This is Genesis 22. And this is God speaking to Abraham. And it says, and it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here I am. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son Isaac. So now they can't even say that Abraham had other sons, even though he had sons of the flesh. God said his only son was Isaac. So the Muslims can't tell us that Ishmael is his son. So that's garbage to us. But to their Allah, they could do whatever they want. So now when we come back to this slide here, this is Surah 4 and 157. It says, and for boasting, we killed the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, the messenger of Allah, but neither they killed nor crucified him. So now in the Quran, wait, let me keep reading. But they neither killed nor crucified him. It was only made to appear so. Even those who argue for this crucifixion are in doubt. They have no knowledge whatsoever, only making assumptions. They certainly did not kill him. So now the Quran would have you believe that the Bible is a lie, because the Bible says that he was crucified. The Quran says he wasn't. So how are we going to stand with the Quran when the Quran is in a clear contradiction with the Bible? This is Luke 24 and 6. It says, this is when the angel was talking to the women. It says, he is not here, but he is risen. Remember how he spoke unto you when he was yet in Galilee, saying, the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men and be crucified, and the third day rise again. So if the Bible is saying he rose up, The Quran saying he didn't. The Quran comes hundreds of years after. I'm not listening to the Quran. They don't agree with each other whatsoever. Is the God of the Bible, the God of Israel, the same as the Allah of the Quran? And Allah and the God of the Quran says, prayed first towards Jerusalem, but then changed to praying towards Mecca. Let me blow this up just a little bit, see if I can make this a little bigger. It says, Imam al-Bukhari reported that al-Bara bin Azib narrated Allah's messenger offered his prayer facing Jerusalem for 16 or 17 months, but he wished he could pray facing the Kaaba or Makkah. The first prayer which he offered facing the Kaaba was the Asar prayer, in the company of some people. Then one of those who offered that prayer with him went out and passed some people in a mosque who were in the bowing position during their prayers facing Jerusalem. He addressed them saying, by Allah, I bear witness that I've offered prayer with the prophet facing Makkah. Hearing that, those people immediately changed the direction towards the house or Kaaba while still as they were bowing in the same position. So now when you read in the Bible, this is 1 Kings 8:28, we pray facing Jerusalem. Muhammad just said we're not praying facing Jerusalem, we're praying facing the Kaaba. So now if Muhammad changes the way we're supposed to pray so that we can pray towards his God, but our book says we pray towards Jerusalem because that's where our God said our city was, who are we supposed to follow? Are we supposed to follow Muhammad, or are we going to follow the Bible? I'm going to follow the Bible. I'm not following him. So this is 1 Kings 8:28. It said, yet have thou respect unto the prayer of thy servant and to his supplication, O Lord, my power, to hearken unto the cry and to the prayer which thy servant pray before thee today. Verse 29, that thine eyes may be open toward this house night and day, even toward the place of which thou hast said, my name shall be there. His name was never in that Kaaba or Makkah, whatever they call that in Islam, but his name was in Jerusalem, that thou mayest hearken unto the prayer which thy servant shall make toward this place. Verse 30, and hearken thou to the supplication of thy servant and of thy people Israel, when they shall pray towards this place. And hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and when thou hearest, forgive. Daniel is a prime example of this because Daniel prayed towards Jerusalem. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 6, verse 10. Now Daniel knew that the writing was signed, and he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber towards Jerusalem. It didn't say towards this Kaaba, whatever this garbage is over here. It said towards Jerusalem. He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God as he did aforetime. These are questions we got to get answers from Muslims when you say that the God of the Bible is the same God of the Quran. It should be the same. No other God. Buddha don't change. Let me see. Buddha don't change. Them Kemet gods probably change. Other gods don't change. You don't transfer gods and then change their whole way of worship. You would have to show where God is giving up his Sabbath day. God is giving up the Passover. God is giving up Day of Atonement. You got to show where God gave that up. Malachi 3:6, I'm the Lord thy God, I changed not. He didn't give none of that up. I'm going to go further. Is the God of the Bible, is the God of Israel the same as Allah of the Quran? The Bible says YAHAWAH is the way, the truth, and the life. So when you look here, it says, while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. Let's see if I could just make this a little bigger. Yeah, I think that works better. It says, while he yet spake, behold, this is Matthew 17:5. It says, while he yet spake, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. Never said Muhammad. John 14:6. YAHAWAH saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. But for some reason, we got to believe that Muhammad is now the way to Allah. And he could be the way to Allah, but he's not the way to YAHAWAH. He is not the way to the God of Israel. Surah 5:68 say, O prophet, O people of the book, You have nothing. Ooh, this is crazy. It says, "O people of the book," this is in the Quran, "you have nothing to stand on unless you observe the Torah, the gospel, and what has been revealed to you from your Lord." The Quran says that we have nothing to stand on unless we observe the Torah and the gospel. And once you start observing the Torah and the gospel, you're gonna burn that Quran. That Quran is firewood. Listen, I ain't got no fire. In one of my establishments I got, that's a house, I got a fireplace in there. Quran would be a good place to put that fire, to burn that fire, probably burn like a good old Christmas tree all up in my house, keep it warm all through the winter. It says, and it says, "From your Lord, and your Lord's revelation to you, O prophet, will only cause many of them to increase in wickedness and disbelief. So do not grieve for the people who disbelieve." Then it says, the Quran says he was Muhammad. The Quran says that Muhammad is the last messenger. It don't say that in the Bible. The Quran has the Ramadan with intermittent fasting. I call it intermittent fasting because you're only not eating for about 12 hours. You act like y'all dying. They be out there like it's some solemn or anything like that. It ain't that deep. But God's high holy days are Leviticus 23rd chapter, 2nd verse. It says, "Speak ye unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feast." So where's Ramadan in the feast days? Where's the Sabbath day? When I looked this up, it said Quran got the intermittent fast, and they call that Ramadan. You got your Hajj. Hajj is not in the Bible. The birthday of Muhammad for sure ain't in the Bible. Islam has two official holidays, the Eid al-Fitr and the Eid al-Adha. That don't match up with the Bible. The former is celebrated at the end of month Ramadan. Eid al-Adha, which means Feast of Sacrifice, is celebrated just 2 months after Eid al-Fitr. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. At the same time, when many Muslims perform the Hajj pilgrimage, it coincides with the end of the Hajj, the annual Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca in Saudi Arabia, and is generally considered the holier of the two festivals. But this ain't in the Bible. So why do we keep making it seem like Allah and YAHAWAH are the same? Allah and YAHAWAH ain't the same. Allah and Jehovah ain't the same. Allah and Yahweh ain't the same. When we read Leviticus 23:3, it says, 6 days shall ye work, be done, but the 7th day of the Sabbath rest, a holy convocation, you shall do no work. Our next, one of our other feast days is the Passover. That's coming up April 12th. We'll be in Atlanta for this year's Passover, Leviticus 23:5. You got the Feast of First Fruits when we bring the first fruits. You got the Day of Atonement when we fast for a day. So these days are in total contradiction with the feast days in the Quran. We have found no similarities in nothing. Name is different, worship is different, laws is different. Is the God of the Israel the same as the God of the Quran? This is Allah. It says Surah 3:93. It says, all food is lawful for the children of Israel, except what Israel made unlawful for himself before the Torah was revealed. Say, O prophet, bring the Torah and read it if your claims are true. So now, even in the Quran, it's recognizing that the children of Israel have lawful and unlawful food. Surah 2, 172 and 173. O believers, eat from the good things we have provided to you and give thanks to Allah if you truly worship him alone. He has only forbidden you to eat carrion, blood, and swine, and what is slaughtered in the name of slaughtered in any name other than Allah. But if someone is compelled by necessity, neither driven by desire nor exceeding need, they would not be sinful. Surely Allah is forgiving. So what he's saying is, if you compel by necessity and you ain't got no choice, you can go ahead and eat that pork. You can eat that shrimp, crab, you can eat that. The God of the Bible is a little different. Leviticus 11:1, it says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Aaron, saying unto them, speak to the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among the beasts. So when you read Leviticus, the 11th chapter, the criteria for any beast or land creature, they have to have a split hoof and chew the cud. For those that don't know what cud is, Like a cow, for example, a lamb, for example, they have multiple stomachs. So they're digested. The way that they digest food is different. So they actually regurgitate the food, take the food back in. So they're digesting it multiple times. So that way, by the time we eat it, it's not like a pig, because a pig has a split hoof, but the pig doesn't chew the cud. So each, when it comes to fish, when it comes to air, there's a certain criteria to do that. Leviticus 11:46 says, this is the law of beasts and of fowl. There is no condition in the Bible where you can eat unlawful food. Second Maccabees, the 7th chapter, people may not know of this story, but in Second Maccabees, the 7th chapter, there was a mother and her 7 sons who was compelled by the king to taste swine's flesh. This is what they said. It says, it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh. Now, this goes right to compelled by necessity, because Muhammad said you can eat it if you compel. Let's see what they said. Verse 2, but one of them that spake first and said, thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn from us? We are ready to die rather than we are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. That's how the children of Israel got down. The children of Israel didn't get down by being compelled. You can go further in the book of Daniel when they wouldn't eat that meat sacrificed to idols and they went into that fire. But if you're a Muslim, go ahead and eat that pork and shrimp and crab and lobster, because the Quran say you could do so. We are not the same. When Kendrick got that song, They Not Like Us, the Quran is not like us at all. Now we got, how can you treat your women? The Quran gives way to beat your woman. Facts. This is Surah 4:34. It says, men are the protectors and maintainers of women, because Allah has given the one more strength than the other, and because they support them from their means. Therefore, the righteous women are devoutly obedient and guard in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. As to the women on whose part ye fear disloyalty. Woo. So what's crazy about this, it says on whose women part who you fear disloyalty, meaning they might not even be disloyal. You just might fear that they might be disloyal. This is what it says to you. It says disloyalty, ill conduct, admonish them first. That's a check-in. Refuse their bed. Don't have sex with them. And last, beat them lightly. And for the life of me, what does like how do you beat a woman lightly? What woman first of all, just think about this. So you done checked her, you done argue with her, you done denied her sex, and then you coming to give her ass whipping with the belt. You like, is this lightly? Is this beating them lightly with the belt? Or is like beating them that lightly? And as you beating them, is the woman like, in Allah's name, he's beating me, punish me, correct me, do this. That's not in the Bible. There's no condition in the Bible to beat your woman. Deuteronomy 20, like if you find out that your woman in the Old Testament, you could actually divorce your woman because of the enmity, or if it's that much. Moses in Deuteronomy 24:1, when a man had taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass, she find no favor in his eyes, because he had found some uncleanness in her. The uncleanness means she does something against the law. It doesn't mean like she got on your nerves or something like that. It says, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in a hand and send thee out the house. It doesn't say beat your wife. Ephesians 5:22 says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands. Then it says, husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. And that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be the protectors. We're providing, and the providing ain't financial. The providing is giving everything that woman needs, protection, mental, it could be finances as well, but money doesn't keep the relationship. Your leadership keeps the relationship. Verse 28, so ought men love their wives as their own bodies. So just like a man ain't gonna beat himself, a man cannot beat his woman. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourish it and cherish it, even as the Lord the church. There is not a verse in the Bible that you can beat your wife, but there is a surah in the Quran that you can beat your woman. I only got a couple more slides left, and then, sa.neter, I'll take some calls or questions if they got them. This is Surah 22 and 26. It says, and remember when we assigned to Abraham the site of the house, saying, do not associate anything with me in worship and purifying my house for those that circle the Kaaba. Now we're getting into that rock worship. That rock worship is nasty work. You ever see them circle around that rock? They say people be dying trying to get and kiss that rock. And real Muslims will tell you that they kissing the rock. Real Muslims, the little black Muslims over here in America, they'll probably try to fight it and say they ain't kissing the rock. Them real Arabs, they will say that that's a rock that they kissing. Nowhere in the Bible does it say to worship or circle anything in the worship of God. Then it says, he said, do you then worship besides God what possess no power to benefit or harm you? This is Surah 21 and 66, Khalifa. According to the hadiths, Muhammad refused to enter the Kaaba because of all its idols. This is narrated by Ibn Abbas. When Allah's apostle came to Mecca, he refused to enter the Kaaba with the idols in it. He ordered the idols to be taken out. So what they was doing besides that rock, they had other idols in it. So now I'm going to keep reading. It says he ordered idols to be taken out, so they were taken out. The people took out the pictures of Abraham and Ishmael holding aslams in their hand. Allah's apostle said, may Allah curse these people. By Allah, both Abraham and Ishmael never did the game of chance. Abraham never did none of this nonsense because Abraham left his father's house with all the gods that they was worshiping so that he can follow another one. Now, but when we keep reading, same narrator, it said, yet Muhammad didn't apply the Quran's injunctions consistently since he was seen kissing the black stone of the Kaaba. Now you got Muhammad kissing that stone. Good night. Good night. This is narrated by Salim that his father said, I saw Allah's apostle arriving at Mecca and he kissed that black stone corner first while doing the tawaf and did Ramal in the first 3 rounds of the 7 rounds of Tawaf. This is in Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 2, book 26, number 673. It says a man asked Ibn Umar about touching of the black stone. Ibn Umar said, I saw Allah's apostle touching and kissing it. And why are they saying that? Because you ain't supposed to have no idols. So they wondering, like, what is Muhammad doing kissing it? Why is Muhammad kissing the stone, but then we ain't supposed to have no idols? This written by his people. Then now, for time's sake, at the bottom it says, I saw Umar bin al-Khattab kissing the black stone, and then he said, had I not seen Allah's apostle kissing you? Now he talking to the damn stone. So he getting up to the stone. He looking at the stone. And he said, if I ain't see Muhammad kissing you, I would not have kissed you too. And kissing the damn stone. Let me see. I don't know. Let me make sure I want to see if this what our God said, the God of the Bible. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And this is one of the curses that plague black people to this day. It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, and from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which is what black people are doing today, serving every other God, thinking that it's the God of the Bible, and it's not, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. We just read where the Muslims talked about Muhammad kissing that stone and said, and talked to the stone and said, I'm only kissing you because Allah kissed you. This is Habakkuk 2 and 18. It says, what profited the graven image? You notice all throughout the Bible, the God of Israel never said resurrect an idol to me. Every time you see the children of Israel resurrecting an idol, it's to a false god. And that's what we do today with that Christian cross and Christianity and Islam with that rock. The book of Habakkuk says, what profited the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it? The molten image and the teacher of lies that the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols. That's what the Bible calls Allah. Allah is dumb. Allah is dumb. He can't talk to you. He can't speak to you. He can't do nothing. Habakkuk 2:19, it says, woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake, to say to the dumb stone, arise and teach. He talking to the stone. The Bible calls that stone a dumb stone, but Allah talked to the stone and said, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver. Like they dressed that rock, that big old black thing that you walk around and you doing all that circling, and there is no breath in the midst of it. Let me see if I got anything else. That might be the last slide. Let me just check, Side. Let me make sure. Let me see. I think I might have one more. No, that's the last slide. So it was just 10 slides. I think that's clean. I would love to see if anybody can refute what I just showed.
All right, family. I got the link in the chat. If y'all want to come in and ask a question, let me start with the questions first because I was writing down something.
Okay.
You talked about the Bible that talks about us having clean food, eating clean food versus the Quran.
Right.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, well, Captain Tazayach, can you please break this scripture down for me? Because in this scripture, and the only one I know can break it down is the captain.
Right.
So can you break this scripture down for me where it talks about Genesis 9:3? Every moving thing that lives shall be meat for you. Even as the green herbs have I given you all things. So in this scripture, I'm thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's talking about every living thing that live. Talking about a pig, talking about human beings, cannibalism, whatever. I'm just going by what the scripture's saying, brother. I would like for you to go in on that.
So I'm gonna back up, and from your Genesis, I'm gonna start at Genesis 7.
Go ahead.
So in Genesis 7, it says, and the Lord said unto Noah, come thou and all thy house in the ark, for thee I have seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take thee by sevens, the male and his female, and the beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female. Of the fowls of the air also by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of the earth. So when we get to Genesis 9, and he says every moving thing, it's like having the understanding of what clean and unclean is. Like people believe that they only knew about clean and unclean animals when Moses gave it in Leviticus, the 11th chapter. But we just read in Genesis, the 7th chapter, that Noah knew what animals was clean and unclean. So when God says to him, every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, a pig is not meat. So he's not talking about pig. He's not talking about alligator. He's not talking about snake. He's talking about the meats that he already understood as being meat for him. It's that simple.
Okay. All right. I'm not here to debate you, brother. I just asked the question.
But I don't, yeah, if you get brushed back, that's cool.
Okay, that's cool. Talk to me about you said something about our religion teaches us to pray towards
Jerusalem.
But the Islam religion teaches you to pray to what?
Towards Mecca.
Okay, but Captain Tazayach, isn't Jerusalem and Mecca, that's when you are over here in America, isn't that they both towards the east? So you face the east when you're praying to Jerusalem, and the Muslims face the east when they praying to Mecca, because they both in the east from America.
Yeah, the problem with that though is what you're doing. So what you're essentially saying is, if I'm in America, I'm an Israelite, and then you got the Muslim in America, he's a Muslim. When we face the direction, we're both facing the direction of the east. So it's not, nobody is talking about facing the east, but when you face the east, is what you're giving your spirit to. So for us, we're giving our spirit to Jerusalem because that's where the Lord said the direction we're supposed to pray. What the Muslims are doing is they're praying towards Mecca. So we're not praying to the same thing at all. They're praying to the Allah God in Mecca. We're praying to the God of Israel at Jerusalem. That's the difference.
Okay. If you want to come in, you got to turn on your camera. Turn on your camera. Come on, don't be scared to come in, y'all. Turn on your camera. This is the perfect time to ask Captain Tazayach a question. Let me ask you another question. Who is better? Who is a better role model, Captain? Is it Muhammad or Jesus, and why?
Jesus is a better role model because Jesus got rid of everything. For example, in John the 2nd chapter, when Jesus saw the Pharisees defiling the Lord's house, he beat the hell out of them. He made a scourge of cords and whipped them out of the temple and said that my house, hold on, I'm gonna just read it so y'all can get it. This is John 2 and this is John 2 when he said, so I'm gonna read it says, and when he had made, this is John 2 and 15, it says, and when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables, and said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house a house of merchandise. Muhammad, in the name of his Allah, put a actual idol into what he said is God's house. So Christ taught us to serve the one true living God. He taught us to serve a false God. That's the difference.
Okay. Last question, then I'm going to come to the brothers.
Okay.
If it's only one God of the universe, of the world, then it is fair to say that Allah would have to be a fake God. Am I correct in saying that?
You are absolutely correct. That is a fake garbage God.
Wow. All right. There you have it. You hear it from the captain. All right, man. Let me go on over to eBay. eBay, what it is, brother? You have a question for the captain?
What's going on? First, I'd like to rise and give praise to Allah, the one true God. And I give honors to his prophet.
Let's go, brother. Stand up.
Noble Drew Ali. Yeah. And I also give honors to his prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon all the prophets.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, my question to you is, brother, how did the Israelite faith get started? I thought that Jacob stole the birthright. Am I correct?
Can you show me that?
Huh?
Can you show me? You talk about when he went and got the blessing, right?
Yeah, and when Rebecca, Rebecca had Esau and Jacob, right?
Right. And so what was Rebecca told? I'm asking you a question, brother. What was Rebecca told by God?
No. First, let's put it in perspective. Was he told that by God, or was that a part of the story? How do we actually know God?
Well, you can't isolate. So what you can't do is you can't isolate one part to fit what you want to say without taking the whole thing. So I don't mind going over the story. That's why I'm asking you. What was Rebecca told by God? It's a simple question. If you don't know, we can read it.
I don't know. Go ahead. You tell me.
In Genesis 25 and 22, that's when Rebecca was struggling with Jacob and Esau in the womb, right? And as she's struggling, she went and inquired of the Lord. Why were they struggling? It's Genesis 25 and 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And this is what the Lord said to her, 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So when she had the babies and she saw Esau come first as the elder, she knew from what God told her is that the younger got the blessing and not her. Not the elder. That's what she knew. Then when you read further in Genesis 25 and 29, it says, and Jacob sod pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore his name was called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day, and he sware unto him. So Esau sold the birthright to Jacob. So when Jacob went to get it from Isaac, he wasn't stealing anything from Esau because Esau sold it to him.
Yeah, but it wasn't supposed to go to him. That's why Rebecca had to trick his father, right?
When you say
And
it wasn't
put
supposed to go, when you say it wasn't supposed to go to him, what does that mean?
it was supposed to go to the firstborn, and she had to trick his father into thinking that he was Esau. Am I correct? Did she not go
Okay,
out to the
yeah, we
field
can
and
get to
dress
that
him
part,
up
but I'm
as a
confused.
hairy man and make him smell different so he can
I don't know if he
go
made
to
her
his
smell
father?
different, but he did do the hairy ham. But
Yeah,
did God tell her the elder shall serve the younger? Yes or no?
that's your perspective. What I
That's
say
every
is no,
perspective that. Okay,
because
but
hold on, brother. I'll let you talk. So when you talking about Lord, right? You got Lord, you got different lords, right? When you talking about Lord, who is we talking about? The landlord? What Lord are we talking
did he say
about?
landlord, sa.neter?
Yeah,
It
it's
didn't
the
say
landlord.
it didn't say the most high. Did it say the most high Lord? Did it say I'm gonna let you know when it's talking about God? I'm gonna let you know when it's talking about God.
When is it talk? Wait. So now
Let me tell you, it's gonna say the Lord of hosts, the
that's not
Lord of
true.
all the planets,
That's
right?
not true.
That's how you know it's not somebody thinking.
That's not
Because
true.
a
So
lot of
what?
these
So here's what
things
we do.
are
So
people's thought, brother.
All right,
here's
hold on, eBay. Hold on, eBay. Let him
So what
go.
we do in Genesis 25 and 23, that word Lord is not landlord. That word Lord is H3068 YAHAWAH or Jehovah or Yahweh.
How do
So
you know?
God, I just looked it up. Listening is an art, brother. You got to listen. I just gave you the word in Hebrew. That word, the Lord, in that usage. Like, because you can see Lord like where Abraham is called Lord. So if you look up where Abraham is called Lord, it'll be like a master or a boss. But when we look at the word Lord that spoke to Rebecca, that word Lord is Yahweh in the Hebrew. That's how you know. So again, the Lord told her, the elder shall serve the younger. Did Esau sell his birthright to Jacob? Yes or no?
That's according to the story. Then why she had to trick him if he sold it?
I'm gonna get to the tricking part. That's
Okay.
fine. But you said stealing. If Esau sold it to him, how could he steal from Esau when Esau sold it to him? If sa.neter is our father, and I got a blessing coming to me from sa.neter, but I sell it to you, but sa.neter doesn't know about it, and then you go to sa.neter and be me to get the blessing, did you steal from me?
How do you steal a birthright? I mean, how do you
This
sell
brother,
a birthright?
does this brother comprehend anything? If
I'm trying to figure out how
I'm gonna
you
try it
sell a
one more time.
birthright.
I'm trying it one more time. sa.neter is you and my father, right?
Yeah.
I have a blessing as the firstborn that by right comes to me because I'm older than you.
Mm-hmm.
I want something from you. You say to Tazayach, I'll give it to you, but you have to sell me your birthright. I agree to sell my birthright to you. So now the birthright that sa.neter, that the father's given to me, has now passed to you, right?
According between us, yeah.
Right,
Between
between
our agreement, yeah.
right. That's our agreement. So how could you steal something from me when I gave it to you to get from sa.neter?
Because that if that agreement wasn't, it was just between us. It wasn't between the Lord that you talking about didn't
I
have
didn't
no
bring up
part
the
in that
Lord. I'm just
agreement.
trying to help. No, I didn't
He
bring
didn't
up
have no
the.
part in that agreement. Isaac, his father, didn't know about that agreement either. It's
I
why
never
she had
said.
to trick him,
I never
brother.
said that Isaac knew about it. That's why I use sa.neter as the example. Sa.neter don't know that I sold my birthright to you. You know that I sold my birthright to you. So when you
Okay.
go to get right, so when you go to get my birthright from sa.neter, you are right because I sold it to you. The only way you would be wrong is if I didn't sell it to you and then you went to sa.neter to get it.
Okay, so get to the tricking part.
The tricking part. So when Rebecca goes to make sure Jacob get the blessing, the reason why she said, let the sin be on me is because it wasn't a sin because of what God told her.
All right. We're gonna move on from you, brother eBay. See, the
All right,
problem
I'll be
is when
back.
y'all dealing with the champ, when y'all dealing with Captain Tazayach, you gotta know how to come at him with logic. With logic. And here's what I'm saying. Watch this. Captain Tazayach.
What's up? What's up?
You know that the Lord, there are 6 things that the Lord hates.
Right.
And the 7th one is like an abomination to the Lord.
Right.
The second thing that the Lord hates is a lying tongue. Am I correct?
You are correct.
So both of them are wrong. Rebecca is wrong, and both of them are wrong for selling his birthright, and also Rebecca because she lied. She lied to portray, to make it look like he was giving it to his the firstborn. You see? So they both lied and tricked him out of his birthright. The second thing is he sold his birthright because he was dying. He was getting ready to die of starvation. And so, listen to me go. I'm gonna let you go. In order for him to eat, he sold it for a plate of food. He wanted something to eat. He was starving. He was hungry, brother. And so why would his brother even say, well, give me your birthright and I'll feed you? And so he don't know what's going on. He just want to feed his belly. He eats the food and say, here, all right, here, I'll sell you the birthright. Go ahead, Captain. I'll let you go.
Y'all picking and choosing the parts of the story that y'all want to accept. God told Rebecca who that birthright belonged to. So when it came time for the blessing, Rebecca made sure that Jacob got the blessing. So it was not a lie to God because God is the one that told Rebecca who was getting the blessing. So Rebecca making happen what God told her is what makes it not a lie. So I'm gonna ask you, sa.neter, did God tell Rebecca that the elder shall serve the younger?
Yes, but that's a different topic, though.
That's not the topic.
No, that's a different story right there. But see, Rebecca was eavesdropping and overhearing Isaac plan to bless Esau with his birthright. Why
was that a problem to Rebecca?
Oh man.
Why was that a problem to Rebecca? So Rebecca hears that Esau is about to get the blessing. I see
what you're saying, Cap. I got you.
That's a problem to Rebecca because God told Rebecca that Jacob gets the blessing.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Right. And here's the beautiful part. We see Esau sell that birthright. Like we just read, this whole family died for not eating pork. Esau didn't. And here's what the Bible says about Esau. This is Hebrews 12 and 16. Hebrews 12 and 16 says, where's that? Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So he sold the birthright. So you got two things. You got God telling Rebecca Jacob gets the blessing, and you got Esau selling the birthright. The only person that doesn't know is Isaac. That's why they came in there the way that they came. But so it's damn near like God is telling Rebecca what's going to happen, and then we see it play out.
Okay, let's move on. We get in the full house. I don't want to keep you here all day. Let's go to the next brother. My brother, you up. You up on the screen.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, brother.
How's it going?
Good.
You probably, I don't know if you remember me, but I was on your show like probably about 2 or 3 years ago. My brother EB and Enoch.
Okay, let's try to keep it on the topic, y'all. He's dealing with Islamic God and Allah and YAHAWAH.
To my Car Chronicles fam, they know this brother real well. He's a little mental, but we'll see. We'll see if he's sane now. We'll see if he's sane.
sa.neter know I am. I came on this show about the vegan, but when we was talking about the vegan in the Bible.
Yeah.
He don't remember you. He just said yeah, just to
say.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead, brother. What you got?
I want before I ask my question, hey Sai, do you think I can have the honor of demolishing this dude in a debate?
Well, you gotta see if he want to accept your debate.
he keep running from me, Sai.
What would the topic be?
What would the topic be? Oh, it's simple. Do they teach the Jesus of the first century?
Oh, do they teach the Jesus of the first century?
Correct. They are teaching a Jesus under a Greco-Roman theology, Paulinus. We have found 50 fragments through the early church fathers who lived around that time, who quoted what the original Gospel of Matthew sounded like. told you what the original apostles carried, like books like The Sense of James and Clementine Homilies. And so when you go into these books, you realize that the same people in the New Testament share the same belief system as the people in the Qumran community, which is the Dead Sea Scrolls. You feel what I'm saying? And so what people don't realize is this, sa.neter, that the New Testament is nothing but like a YouTube short. The
Can
the
we get to
long
the subject?
the long
Hold
yeah.
up, we got to get to the subject.
Yeah,
But Captain,
we don't want to hear
you
your
do
Martin Luther
that?
King piece.
That's an interesting topic.
It is
That's
interesting.
different.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, brother. Put your number in the back chat, and maybe we can do a show on it. And you show your information,
tell them to prove.
and then let the people come out and challenge it.
Yeah, there you go. Prove yourself, young
So
man.
put your
Oh, you
number
know,
in the back chat.
he know we gonna do it, man. I got about 20 clips on Captain, man. Like you said, you gotta destroy Captain with logic. You heard me?
All right, bro, hold on. Put your number in the back chat, brother. Before
Put
you
it in the
leave.
back chat.
Yeah, you know how to do that, right?
He don't know what a back chat is.
It's right here in the where it say comments at join
No,
chat.
no. Where it says 7 people. See it on the side on the right?
Yeah.
Click that button right there, and then type your name number in the back chat, and then we could set up something. Okay, let me go on over to Joseph. What's up, Joseph?
Hey, he didn't get a chance to ask his question, though, Si. He wanted to get a debate. But that guy Hanak, but he never asked, unless that was his question.
Hanak, you finished with your question, brother? Hanak. All right. Oh, here you go. Hanak, you finished with your question? Yeah.
Yeah, so what's your question? What's your question, man?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Hold on, I'm finna go out and come back in. Hold on.
Okay. He ain't leave his number, so I don't think he want no smoke.
Yeah, he retarded.
He's playing game.
He gonna say you set him up, Si.
Yeah, you know that? I'm tired of that one, man. You're gonna make about 100 videos on me after that. What up, man?
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. What's up?
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm putting my number here right now. So let me know if you see it before I ask my question.
Okay, I see eBay dropped his number, and I see you. Yes, I see you.
Okay, that's me. All right, so my question is this, right? Y'all don't believe that y'all might do serve the same God, seeing that both y'all gods love the death and shedding of blood of innocent animals?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what that is either. What you
All
saying?
right, so you have, although you might have different holy days in which we have no proof that God spoke from heaven and told nobody to do a holy day, but what we do see is both groups sharing this in common, that they slaughter animals on their so-called holy days. So could this be a sign that they may be serving the same God just in different?
What's the name of the God of the Muslims?
I believe all of them is the same God. I believe it's Moloch.
I'm asking you, what is the name of the God of the Muslims?
From my understanding, Allah.
What's the name of the God of Israel?
From my understanding, some idol-looking Yahweh figure.
What's the name? There's no figure of the Most High. Like,
Yeah, they got figures of Yahweh, man.
In the Bible, there's no figures of the God of Israel. So I'm asking you, what's his name?
I guess Yahweh.
Okay, they don't even have the same name. Do they have the same high holy days?
Nah.
Or how are they the same God?
So that's what I just said. Both religions honor the death of animals through sacrifices.
Israel is not the only culture. You can find African cultures that sacrifice animals for whatever they feel to their God.
That's okay.
What makes it idol worship is if the children of Israel sacrifice anything to another deity. So I never knew that Muslims sacrificed anything to a God. I never knew that. But what I do know is that just because they're making a sacrifices, a lot of different cultures sacrifice animals, slaughter animals, but they slaughtering it to a different God. So the God of Africans that slaughter animals is not this God of Israel just because they slaughter an animal. That doesn't make you the same. What
So
makes
so your God that accepts animal sacrificing is different from their God that accepts animal
where can you show me
sacrificing.
where their God accepts animal sacrifices?
Yeah, they got a day called halal where they take the animal and they sing to it, and after they sing to it, they slit the throat of it.
Yeah, we don't do that. Is there a surah for that you have? Is there a surah or something?
Yeah, like you can I know a few Muslims, Islams, they go out there, real Islam, not the ones here that I've talked to, and you can actually Google it, you can look it up. They do this. They sing, actually sing a song to the
Yeah,
goat.
so it looks like it's a
Yeah.
ritual. In Islam, the sacrifice of an animal is a ritual called Qurbani that takes place annual during the month of Dhul Hijjah. The practice is the commemoration of the Prophet Ibrahim's willingness to sacrifice his son Ishmael in obedience to God. That ain't even in the Bible because there's no verse in the Bible that Abraham was going to sacrifice Ishmael. So now all of that is a lie.
You talking about, I think they talking about the verse where they trying to say that Abraham, where God was tempting Abraham to sacrifice Isaac.
No, but this says Ishmael. You're not listening to what I'm
I
saying.
say Ishmael.
Yeah.
They
So
might have believed it to be Ishmael. It's so many. I don't
what
know.
they
It's
might
so
have
many,
what
but
they
I
might
just
have
know that
did
they sacrifice animals. You know what I'm saying?
what they might have done was just believed a lie.
All right, we got to move on. All right, thank you. Joseph, you up next, brother. You on the call. What's happening?
Thanks,
Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, so thank you guys for having me up here, but I just wanted to go back on, you guys were talking about who was the better role model, Jesus or Muhammad, right?
Yeah.
So I was just gonna like include, like, Muhammad was kind of illiterate and Jesus wasn't illiterate. So I feel like just going based on that, like, Jesus is a really good role model. And plus,
Hey, can I add something to that? Muhammad, Jesus ain't never sleep with no underage girl either.
Yeah, that was my second point too. I was gonna ask about Aisha, if you ever heard about Aisha. Like,
Aisha.
That's horrible. Just thinking about that, that's crazy. Like,
You should be.
I don't know how people get behind it.
Be careful, Kevin. I mean, be careful, Captain Tazayach. Be careful of that, brother. I'm gonna tell you why in a minute.
Okay. All right, no sweat. But yeah, Muhammad did sleep with an underage girl though.
Yeah.
And said you could beat your woman.
All right, you got to be careful with that, brother.
I ain't never been with no underage
Let me
girl.
tell you why I say be careful.
Yeah. Okay.
How old was Mary when she was conceiving the child?
They don't give an age to how old.
Around what? The scholars and these scholars.
Well,
when
I
you
don't
read,
trust, yeah, I don't trust them though.
Man. She was between 12 and 14 years old.
No, there's nowhere in the text that it says
How
that.
old was Joseph? Yes, it do, but not in the text. But I'm saying through these scholars, man. When you read the outside of the book, you can even Google it. You can Google it, and you'll see the scholars will come up, and you'll see it.
I get what you're saying, but I don't trust anything outside the book that contradicts. If the Bible says she was 14 or 15, then I would have to go with that. But the Bible,
how old was Joseph?
It doesn't give an age of Joseph either.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, you got to look at the scholars, man, and the researchers that have been doing this work.
Believe that God made Mary pregnant. They don't believe that Mary and Joseph had sex to make Mary pregnant. So why am I going to listen to them? I'm about to battle a Roman Catholic that believes that Mary never had sex her whole life, even after Jesus was born. Even though Jesus got brothers and sisters, they believe. So I'm gonna listen to them scholars too. I'm not listening to them.
Joseph was around 80 years old, and Mary was between 12 and 14, brother.
Come on, son.
Aisha was 9 though.
80 years old. 80. He had
how old was Mary and Joseph?
So at 80, he had, Jesus' brother is James. So you're saying after Mary, he had more sex with her than had these at 80. Like, that's not in the Bible. What book, chapter, verse you got? What's your source?
All right, let me go get it. Y'all can go ahead and talk. Keep talking.
Okay. You can go ahead. I think
these are scholars, man.
Those ain't my scholars. Joseph, you can go ahead, brother.
Scholars, brother.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I want to bring out though. I definitely think that, Jesus was definitely like the better role model here. And also, like, he learned everything from, not from Now he didn't learn it by himself. He learned it through other people, and those people were definitely, probably Israelites. That's why he got, they were at first, I believe they were at first praying to Jerusalem,
Yeah,
Muslims,
I
and they
read that.
changed that.
Yeah, I read the source where they was first praying to Jerusalem, and then they said, "F that, we're gonna pray to it," because back then the Jews was rejecting that Islam garbage, and so that's why he started changing from praying towards them and praying towards the other. So
yeah.
yeah, go yeah.
Joseph was 80 years old.
There ain't no Bible verse
When
that
he and
says
Mary
that.
get married.
There's no Bible verse that says that, son.
No, there's no, it's not.
All right, I'm straight then. I'm good. I'm good.
And
Ain't no Bible verse that say it. I'm straight like that.
Mary was 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The history of Joseph, the carpenter.
Good night.
I mean, at least he was able to conceive,
that's
though.
a sexual deviant that did that, for sure. There's some sexual deviant somewhere that did that.
But you never came across that though, Captain? What?
Not 90. I've never heard nobody really give Joseph's age, but I have heard where people try to say that Mary was young, but there's no age given.
Right, it's not. But the scholars, that's what I'm saying. There's scholars, biblical scholars.
We should obey God rather than men.
There were biblical scholars, brother.
They was not. They sound like they some freaky ass 69 gods. There's a lot of freaky 69 gods out there today.
Oh man.
Much respect to Captain Si.
Okay, all right. Let me go on over to God Energy. God Energy, you on the call, brother. God Energy, you're on the call.
Peace, y'all.
Hey, peace. What's going on, brother?
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you covered this already in your explanation, but I got two questions, if possible.
Yeah,
how do you feel about maybe the conflation that goes on between Allah and the God of the Bible because of the heavy use of the term Elohim, right? And then that Aramaic definite article al, the al, being put in front of the Eastern Semitic ilu, which is the Eastern Semitic for Elo, right? So the Aramaic definite article of al would make it Alilah, which they say is the etymology for Allah, that it's Al-Ilah, and that Ilah is the same as Elo. So do you think this definite article with the al coming from Aramaic, that might have something to do with the conflation between Alilah, aka Allah, and the God of the Bible?
Well, I would probably simplify it just a little bit because Arabs and Hebrews or Israelites, their languages are similar because they're Shemitic, both coming from the stock of both being Abraham's fleshly sons. So Ishmael was, and so that's why you'll notice, like, I think Muslims would say Salim, we say Shalom. So Allah is El or Elohim. That's what I said in the beginning. So that which just means God. But when you say El or Elohim, Elohim can apply to angels, messengers. We could be called Elohims. So the Lord's name, though, is YAHAWAH. So Allah doesn't have the name of God. He just has the word God as his name. So Allah in their language is God. And in Hebrew, it would be El Elohim. That would be it. So the way you separate and make a distinction is just you bring the real name of the Most High, which is YAHAWAH or Jehovah or Yahweh, and then that gets rid of it all. But the similarities in languages, you're going to have that because they come from the same ethnic group of Shemitic tribes. So their languages would be the same, so similar. You had a second question, right?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the etymological connection between maybe Allah and Elo. But then how do you feel about the idea of the conflation between Yahweh and Elo, El being a previously distinct deity?
What you mean by conflation?
Meaning I could reference here stories from ancient Canaan, edited and translated by Michael David Coogan. And he says, El's name is common common noun meaning God, but El is well attested throughout the Semitic world. Compare, for example, the Arabic cognate Allah, like we're talking about. But then it goes on to speak about the conflation in the text, which is what Wellhausen was pointing out with his E source and J source. You kind of have Yahwistic sources of the text being mixed in with Elohist sources of the text. And as we were just talking about, that Elo would then be, you know, linguistically related to Allah, which is where the conflation would come in. If Elo is being syncretized with Yahweh, you would then be able to linguistically make the connection between this syncretized deity and Allah.
No, but what I'm saying is I don't need that breakdown because I know that they come from Abraham fleshly. That's why they have the similar languages. So you can use the same word, they just might pronounce it different. So even us in ancient Hebrew, it would be Allahayim or Allahaya. In modern Hebrew, it's El or Elohim. In the Arabic language, it's Allah. It's a similar word, which just means God in somebody's different language. If you go to somebody else's language, their word for God would be something different. So it's not the word that makes them different. It's the deity itself. So the God of Israel is an actual deity. The God of the Quran is that rock that they be kissing.
Okay. All right. That was a strong statement.
I mean, they do kiss a rock. I just read it where Muhammad kissed the rock, and the other
I'm
brother
familiar.
talked to the rock. The other brother talked to the rock where he said, "I'm only kissing you because I saw Muhammad kissing you." Like they're in a relationship. They passing the rock around like a train.
Stop, man. Stop it. Stop it.
They all fighting and dying to kiss this girl, the rock. I'm gonna call that rock a girl from now on. They all dying to kiss that girl.
That's not the only rock they were kissing. They had Dul Khalas and the red Kaaba as well.
Man, they had a red Kaaba, dual
The red Kaaba and the white Kaaba at Dul Khalas.
eBay, you a Muslim, right?
Absolutely.
You kiss that rock?
Absolutely not. I ain't kissed the rock. I ain't made.
You going against your prophet, man. Your prophet kissed the rock.
But
did
we
your
don't
prophet
worship
kiss
no
the
rock,
rock?
brother.
One last question before you ask your question. Did your prophet kiss the rock?
No.
You want me to read it again?
My prophet is Noble Drew Ali. I don't distinguish between any of the prophets.
So you're saying that Muhammad is not your prophet?
If he kissed the rock, what does that have to do with him worshiping? Is he worshiping the rock?
Okay, I just need to get it on record. Did Muhammad, your prophet, the father of your Quran, kiss the rock?
He may have. No. But does that mean he worshiped the rock?
Yeah, why he kissing it for?
I mean, you kiss plenty of things. I'm pretty sure you
rocks.
Kiss, you know,
this brother just said you kiss a rock.
But do he worship the rock, brother?
Yeah.
Is he worshiping the rock?
Yeah, he kissed.
How?
So
he said praise to the rock.
So why you don't kiss the rock if your prophet kissed the rock?
Because I ain't made Hajj. I mean, there ain't no necessary for me
but
to
when
kiss
you make the Hajj, you gonna kiss the rock?
Well, the thing about it is, I'm in a Islamism, right? I come under Noble Drew Ali, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I come under the
black
Lord,
remix of Islam. Right? You sound like
so
the NOI right now.
We believe that Allah can be found within the heart. That's the nearest place we can find Allah.
We ain't talk about none of that right now. We talk about that rock. Okay. We talk about that rock in Mecca that Allah kissed.
I don't need to kiss the rock. I don't need to kiss the rock.
Yeah, y'all gotta kiss the rock. You gotta make your
Hajj.
I
ain't gotta do nothing, brother.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Because
I don't. What the Hajj is about? Circling it 7 times and then kissing it?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, it is, man. Let me see.
That's something different.
Don't let me find it.
Guess what? We're not worshiping the rock.
Don't let me find it.
You do know that your prophet Noble Drew Ali was a master magician, right?
Master magician? No, he was an Egypt scholar. He was a
no, he was a magician, brother. You ain't know that?
Well, what you mean by magician?
Like tricking people, tricking people with magic and stuff like that.
I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard that. That's
brother, Google it right now. How you don't know your own prophet, brother?
Because that's not in his work. He never said he was a magician. It's a lot of false information out there. Y'all gotta be careful. There's a lot of false information out there. Y'all gotta be careful.
Here, hold on. Let me bring.
Noble Drew Ali never said that out his mouth. He never said I'm a master magician.
Hold on. Let me.
Okay, brother.
This right here. Why Muslims kissing the black stone? Let me know if y'all can hear this. Can you hear this, sir?
Yeah, we see it.
Look at him kissing that.
Hey, but is they worshiping the rock? Just tell me, is they worshiping the rock? Because I guarantee
Look,
if you go to
they
Jerusalem,
kissing that.
you'll be
That's what
kissing
y'all
some
doing.
too.
That's your tawaf.
Hold on, brother. Like what they doing right now, they make circle emulations around the stone.
And that's the stone. Look like
The stone got a deeper meaning. Y'all really don't understand the stone.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand.
This is what I did. So let's bring it back. Look at him. This is the black stone, putting his face in.
Okay, so does that mean they worshiping it?
Yo, you know, hey, Captain.
Yeah.
You know how many germs got to be on that rock, bro?
Bird is born, yo. Like,
hey, but does that mean they worshiping the rock? Are they worshiping the rock?
You worshiping the rock, man.
Or we worship Allah?
That is Allah.
No, that's not Allah.
That is absolutely
Stop
Allah.
it.
That is
Stop
Allah.
it. Why? How a rock gonna be Allah?
Because they. So why you circling it?
Because
they built the house.
It got a deeper meaning. It's a Kabbalah. It's where.
What's the deeper meaning?
It's the place like Jerusalem.
No, it's
Stop
not
playing. Like y'all got Jerusalem, we got Mecca.
Not. We don't worship. We don't worship Jerusalem, brother.
Y'all pray towards it.
We pray towards it because that's where the temple was.
Oh, okay.
Not
and
the rock.
They don't do festivals over there and all the rituals and stuff.
Nope. Who else you got? Who else you got? Oh wait. Who else you got, Si? My bad, y'all.
My phone went out.
No problem.
So y'all don't go to Jerusalem. Y'all don't believe in going to Jerusalem and all them rituals and the 1,000 of
you tell me what ritual you talking about? Because I don't know.
Y'all got 1,000 of them. You tell me one.
No, y'all
got 1,000 customs and traditions that y'all do.
You making a claim though.
I mean, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite, so I wouldn't know. It's one that y'all let somebody go in the wild, that y'all believe get rid of your sins. What's that?
Well, we don't. I don't
you
know.
Don't do that.
I don't know what you talking about, man.
Y'all don't let somebody go there and let Barabbas go instead of Jesus.
Nah.
Because they thought that he was gonna get rid of the sins. What's that?
I don't do that. I don't know what you talking about.
You ain't never heard of Barabbas?
Yeah, but we talk about that was the Romans had a custom of letting somebody.
Oh, that's not your custom.
Oh, yeah, that's the Romans let somebody.
Oh, that ain't Hebrew.
That's not in the law. Yeah, that's not in the law.
So that story don't qualify. That story don't qualify Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's the Romans let somebody. Oh, I got an echo, Si. Yeah, that's not in the law. Was that me? Si, you muted?
Yeah, that was Apostle. Apostle got the echo.
Oh, okay.
Hey, let me show this brother something real quick, Captain, because I don't know why he don't even know his own prophet, man. Damn.
Yeah, show that.
No, but Ali ain't never said that out of his mouth.
Brother,
I ain't never heard him say.
You ain't never hear him say anything out of his mouth.
Well, in his literature, I ain't never seen in his literature him say he a Egyptian. I mean, a magician.
Brother, all the Moors know this, brother. How you don't know that, man?
No. I'm a Noble Drew Ali scholar. I ain't never seen in his literature say I'm a magician. Tell me what article, what's your source?
Oh my God.
What's your source?
Prophet Noble Drew Ali is the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Is often associated with magic and mysticism due to his background as a circus performer in his teachings, brother.
That's somebody's opinion, sir.
No,
that's
it's not.
Juggling pins.
Oh man, he used to be in the circus, brother.
No,
I'm not
sir.
lying. And I'm not taking shots at him. I'm giving you a little bit of his history, brother.
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
No, sir. Never heard him in any of his literature say that.
Wow, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But I do want to ask Tazayach one more question.
Go ahead.
Now, if Jesus came and he said he did away with all the laws and commandments and statutes, why do y'all still follow these thousands of statues? I don't get it.
You said thousands of what?
Statues and commandments.
It's about the laws?
Yeah.
I don't follow 1,000 laws. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm exaggerating, but why do
I
y'all
don't follow.
still
You talking about
follow?
like when they say 600 laws in the Bible?
Yeah, why y'all do
Yeah, I
that?
don't follow 600 laws either.
Good, so
Hey, hold on, everybody, hold on. Lord Abba,
yo,
we
what's
are
good?
live right now. Lord Abba, how long
Uh,
have you been a Moor?
I'm kind of busy right now.
All right,
So
well, just answer one question.
let me.
Was Prophet Noble Drew Ali ever in the circus? Was he a magician?
I mean, it's been rumored that he was, but there's been no concrete
Rumor.
evidence to support that.
Okay, all right. You
All
busy?
right, all right.
All right,
Yeah, I could probably call you back in about 15 minutes, though.
all right.
All
You
right,
hear what
peace.
that brother said?
Yeah, he said it's rumored that.
Rumors. Ain't nobody ever. He ain't never said that. I ain't never. I've been studying him for 10 years. I ain't never heard him say that. Nowhere in his literature at
Okay,
all.
let me move on to the next brother. We got some new brothers in the building. Let me go to Judah the Shooter. Judah the Shooter, what up, man?
Yo, what's going on? Shalom, peace and blessings, everybody on the panel, peace and blessings.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
So I came up to back up what Tazayach was saying to the brother what's his name? God Energy, I believe.
Yeah.
He was speaking about Aramaic and dealing with similarities. Now I am a person that reads biblical Hebrew, which Tazayach calls modern Hebrew. So there are similarities. However, when you look at certain words in the Bible, in the Hebrew language, it might sound the same as in like Arabic, but it's different. So, for example, if somebody say Allah Akbar or Allahu Akbar, that means to them God is greatest or God is greater. However, in the Bible, to say Allah or to say Akbar, it has a total different meaning. So, for example, if you look at Leviticus 11 and 29, I'll read and translate. It says Vazeh lechem, so and this is, and then the word lechem, which would be unto you. Then we have the word hatema, unclean, ba'aretz. Basharetz, which would be among the creeping things. Then I see the word hashurates, which is that creep owl. There's the word owl, and that means that's the word for up on. You know what I'm saying? Then we have the word ha'aretz, which is the earth. Then we have the word ha-choled, the weasel. But here we go. The, meaning and, the, akbar, the mouse. So akbar in Hebrew would be a rat, a mouse. But if you say that word in Arabic, it has a total different meaning from in what we read in the Hebrew text. So if we look at what's that? When we look at Deuteronomy chapter 30, and I think it might be verse 7. Let me pull it up. Yes. So Deuteronomy 30 and 7, it says,
Hey, hold on for 1 minute, brother. I'm sorry to cut your wisdom, but I had to call another Moor who've been doing this, Captain Tazayach, for all his life. Hey, Roy Bay.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been a Moor, brother?
All my life.
How long would that be about?
Well, I'm 51 today. I was first introduced to the science from my mother when I was 10 years old.
All right. Have Prophet Noble Drew Ali ever been working in a circus? And is he also known as a magician?
That is correct, sir. It's a known fact throughout the Moorish nation.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
What literature? Please.
See, because
What literature?
thank you, Roy. I ain't gonna hold you up, brother. Thank you. All right. See, Lord Abba is no longer a Moor, so Lord Abba wouldn't know like Roy Bay. Roy Bay is more of the elder Moor. He knows this science. All right, that's all. I'm sorry I had to, because I know I was right, because I've been dealing with the Moors for a long time, bro. So I'm sorry, Judah the
You ain't let him give me the source. Why you ain't let him give me
all
the
right,
source?
hold on. Judah the Shooter, continue, brother. My bad. I just wanted to air that right there.
okay, they will unmute myself. Okay, I didn't want to cut nobody off. Okay, so Deuteronomy 30 and 7, I see here Venatan YAHAWAH Elohecha, and the Lord gave Elohecha, the Lord your God gave, et call all. Then you have the word ha'alot. Ha'alot. If you look at Deuteronomy 30:7, I see the word ha'alot, which has the root word Allah. The root word Allah, which means curses. So if you say the word Allah in Hebrew in Deuteronomy 30:7, that's the word for curses or curse. If you say Akbar, that's the word for rat. So they may say, well, Allah Akbar or Allahu Akbar, which means God is greater. But in our language, that's a cursed rat. You get what I'm saying? So also to the person in the comments, I seen that they put the word Erev. Erev does mean mix. So I don't know if you misunderstood what I was saying. To the person in the comments, who was that? That was Exodus 15:3. The word Erev or Erev, it does mean mix. Maybe you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. You can also refer to Exodus 12:37 or 38, where it talked about the mixed multitude. The word Erev is found there. So maybe you were misunderstanding what I was saying. But I'm speaking on not the word Erev or the word Arab, if you will, which does mean mixed or mingled. I'm speaking of the word Allah and the word Akbar. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm speaking on, not Erev.
All right, let us move on. My man, Cosmic, Sankofa, what
Can I
up, brother?
respond to that?
Who said that?
God Energy. I just wanted to respond to the brother.
Go ahead, respond, brother.
Yeah, that connection between the Arabic pronunciation of Allah was what we were talking about. And we know in the reconstruction of Hebrew, Moses Maimonides used Arabic literally to fill in for the grammatical lapses in his reconstruction of Hebrew. And he would just use Arabic words sometimes as well. Again, this is Moses Maimonides. So that connection was definitely acknowledged, but also the use of Allah, right? That pronunciation by the Hebrews, like you stated, like Tazayach stated, and also in the Dear Allah inscription, which tells a rendition of Balaam that is different from what you see in the Bible. But that's why I honed in on the Aramaic aspect of the definite article AL, which is what Arabic is preserving. The Arabic is preserving this Nabatean Aramaic definite article of AL, and the Aramaic we know is coming right off the Hebrew. So that's why I just wanted to get the brother's opinion on that aspect of the definite article being applied to make more so the Eastern Semitic pronunciation of Allah, which would be Ilu. So that was more specifically my question. Peace, y'all.
Peace, brother.
I think we get caught too much up on the names versus the concept. You know what I'm saying? The
Who's saying that?
concept is.
I can't see who's saying that.
Yeah, you still got it on a Zaquan.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think we get caught too much on the names. You know what I'm saying? Versus
All right, hold on.
Okay, good.
All right, hold on. I want to move forward. I want to get the next question. Cosmic Sankofa, what up, brother? That's on you.
All right. Light and love, peace and blessings to the panel.
Brother.
Peace, Captain Azari. I hope all is well and blessed with you.
Right. What does light and love mean? What that mean?
It's my greeting, brother. It's my greeting.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So light and love. That's good, brother. When you wake up, you're in the light.
Shut your ass up.
I mean, we can go into that, but that's neither here nor there. So, Captain, so what is your, I guess I got kind of 3 questions, maybe 2, depending on how you approach it. What is your understanding on how the Islam, came to be? What role did early churches play in its development? And then how do you, from your perspective, how do you explain the Gnostic texts that are found inside the Bible?
Now, come on.
Inside the Quran.
Sankofa, stop, man. That's for a scholar like Shaka. You can't ask Captain that question. Captain is a Hebrew scholar.
The captain don't know.
He's a Hebrew scholar. He ain't no Islamic scholar, man.
Like when you talk about the churches, I think the church had a heavy influence on the Quran. Like the Quran resonates with the Virgin Mary not being touched by Joseph, just like the Christian church, which how you know it has nothing to do with the Bible. They exclude Joseph from being the father the same way the Christian church excludes Joseph from being the father, but the Bible does not exclude Joseph from being the father. So I would say that the Quran was influenced by the church. The Quran was influenced by the Israelites. The Quran was influenced by the other deities that existed, which is why when you look up the history, like a good book is Satan's Angels, where you'll see in the history that God, Allah, that rock God always existed before Muhammad brought that. That was part of the
Captain kill me when he say the rock God. That's
the rock God.
God.
That crescent moon and star that existed before Muhammad brought it to them, and those was the compromises that Muhammad had to make with those Arabs to get them to accept him. He had to keep that rock God. If you get further into it, Allah got daughters. No, don't listen. Don't let me go. When I hate when sa.neter say stuff like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Because if you go deeper into it, Allah had daughters. Y'all do know.
You mean a wife a lot.
I'm talking about Allah had daughters.
Oh, I ain't never
He
heard.
is not begotten, or can he beget? Stop it.
You're saying Allah didn't have daughters? I mean, yeah.
You know, the Quran says he doesn't begot, or he is never begetting.
You're saying he don't have three
cannot
daughters?
have daughters or sons. They say that in the Quran.
So, Captain, what you're saying is in the creation of Islam, there was
Allah don't have a daughter named Elat, El Uzza, and Manat.
I ain't never heard. Show me that. What surah?
That's in the pre-Islamic gods. That's in the pre-Islamic.
You know, the brother know about it. Hey, put it so that we can see that brother too.
Yeah, that's in the pre-Arabian or pre-Islamic gods of Arabia. That book that came out in like 1920 something. So it talks about the deities that existed.
Don't ever question my scholarship, side. You see, co-signing, right? Never.
I see.
but
his opinion.
Are you saying? So you're saying the process of the development of Islam was the slow inclusion of pre-existing like cultural motifs, kind of like the creation of Christianity by including certain Kemetic elements inside Roman society, like the motifs.
Yeah, I would say that. So like in Christianity, right? So in Christianity,
there's a similar process of development.
Right. So in Christianity, you have Virgin Mary, you have Sunday worship, you have Easter, Christmas, all of these worships that Christians would bring in, like how the Muslims, like Christians had the Nicene Council where they start mixing everything together. Muhammad had the same thing where he had to accept some of these deities that already existed amongst the Arabs to create the religion that he could be the final prophet for. The Bible has nothing to do with neither one of them. You don't find Christmas, Easter. You don't find these Allah with three daughters. You don't find rock worship. You don't find none of that. There is no actual image to the Most High in the Bible where they're making an image to that Most High. So I would agree with you. The same way Christianity was developed is the same way Islam was developed.
I would say that we do find.
You also say then that in that case, there could be some similarity between the Christian God and the Islamic God, because their developmental process off of Judaism and then the incorporation of cultural motifs around are the same.
No, I would still say that the Christian God is different than them because of the way that they're worshiped. So you got Sunday worship in Christianity that don't exist in Islam. You got the Christmas tree that don't exist. You got Easter that don't exist. But the concept of how they developed it by taking deities from other places, that does exist.
I would say, like the only thing I would say, like I agree with a lot of what's being said, but there's one thing I do, like me being an Israelite, that I subscribe to that most Israelites don't. I do subscribe to the virgin birth. I don't believe in immaculate conception, but I most definitely subscribe to the virgin birth.
It's the same thing.
It's not. So just like what you said earlier, that you was going to debate the Catholic on because they teach that Mary never died. They teach that
Mary never died. Mary never laid with a man.
Hold on, here we go. They say they teach that Mary was without sin. Mary never died. That was a doctrine that was created December 8th, 1854. So me per se, I believe what the angel told Mary and what the angel told yourself. So for example, I got you. So this is I'll read and translate. Let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so Matthew 1. So it starts out with
the angel ain't talking to Mary in Matthew 1.
Hold on. If you heard what I said I believe what the angel told Mary and what the angel
My
told
question was,
Joseph.
what did the angel tell her?
I'm about to give you both accounts.
But can we start with what the angel told her? That's chronologically correct.
No problem. Look, no problem. Here we go. Matthew chapter 1. I mean, Luke chapter 1. Let me pull it up. Luke chapter 1, it says, in verse 27, it says, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name is Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin name was Mary. So even when you go into the Hebrew New Testament, it has the word Bethula, which you would call Batawala. Would you agree that Batawala or Bethula is?
I disagree on the usage of the word virgin in the New Testament, what you're saying.
Well, I read Hebrew, so I know what
the virgin that is referring to is not Bathwala. That's why it quotes Isaiah 7:14.
The word is there. Look, I'm about to read it, brother. That's not true. I'm going to pull it up. Luke chapter 1, 27. This is what it says. And we can still deal with Alma too. So it says, El Bethula. It literally says El Bethula. Then we have the word.
That word is Parthenos.
You gotta let me finish, bro.
The Greek, but you're misleading the people.
You gotta let me finish, bro. You gotta let me.
You just said that the word was Bethula.
Look,
I don't know why you're acting like.
You gotta let me finish.
All we're doing is just having a conversation.
You gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish, bro.
But you're saying the wrong word. That word isn't.
You not let me finish. You just
hold on, brother Judah. He's correcting you. The word that you said, he's correcting you.
Let him go.
He didn't let me finish. He's talking from the Greek text. My argument was in the Hebrew New Testament. He's talking about Greek. I'm talking about Hebrew. We ain't even got to the Greek
What's
yet.
your source?
So let me finish. And
I just asked what's your source.
You like? I just said the Hebrew New Testament. So here we go.
Can you put the link in the back chat? What you're reading?
Absolutely. Say less. Hold on. I got you. Say less. Here we go. Say less. There we go. I just dropped it.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Let me know when you're ready. You want to pull it up?
No. You can go do it right now.
Okay, cool. So going back, it says El Bethula me orasa la ish asher shemo Yosef mi beit David v'shem habatula.
I don't see it in the back chat though, brother. I see Hanok. The last one I see is 441 to Hanok, where he put.
Wait. This says to God Energy. Hold on, wait. How do I send it to every? Wait, this might be it. Oh wait, it says join chat. Hold on, I got.
No, not the join chat. Just the private part. The private where it says people, and then you can see everybody in the chat. Then at the bottom it says chat with everyone in the studio.
Okay, so right here it says. So for me, it's showing different on my end. Where I think.
Okay, well, if you click my name, maybe if you see me, maybe just send it to me.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, it had me go through all these. Wait, it says the comment has failed to post on in the studios.
Don't sweat it. Don't worry about it, brother. Just go ahead and teach your point. Just go ahead.
No, what I'll do is I'm gonna drop it in the comments right here on YouTube. Can you see that now?
Yeah, I should be able to see it. I'm gonna check. So you can go ahead and teach your point, brother.
Okay, cool. Verse 27, it says, El Bethula me orasa. So to a virgin, the word there is Bethula, me orasa, who was engaged with a legal relationship. La ish to a man, Asher Shamo, whose name is Joseph. Beit from the house David, house of David. Vashem Habatula Miriam, and the virgin name was Mary. So the first point I was going to was from the Hebrew before even going to Parthenos. But remember, I said earlier, we believe what the angel told Mary. So in that text right there is
you real quick. You put that link in the chat. You said right on YouTube. Got you. On which one was it? sa.neter Studios or HOK?
It's on yours. It's Captain.
Oh, it's on mine. Okay, no problem.
You see it?
Just drop it again, brother. Drop it again for him.
And what's your name on YouTube? Is it still Judah the Shooter on YouTube?
Yeah. That's my name on YouTube.
And you sure it's on mine?
I'm positive. Yeah, I'm looking right at it.
I'll try to find it. You keep going though.
Okay, cool. So one other thing, because I get it for time's sake. Another thing I want to point out in let me pull it up real quick. Okay. So in Matthew chapter 1 and 18, it says, Vazeh davar huladet. And this is the thing concerning the birth. Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. Miriam Imo, so Mary, his mother, Hayah, was me orasa in a legal relationship or engaged. Lay yourself to Joseph. Then I see the word uv to rem yavo eleah, meaning what? But before he came into her, meaning sex, Namzait, that's the word for the root word mazah, which means to find, she was found to be pregnant from the spirit of holiness. Now, the doctrine that comes out of the One West teachings is that before they came together was the marriage ceremony. That is the understanding that most people that come out of the One West way of thinking. However, to say before the marriage ceremony would be aval livnei tekes hanishuin, that word was never there. So it never said anything about a marriage ceremony. So most people that come out of the One West way of thinking, they say that before the marriage ceremony, she was found to be pregnant. I.e., some people say that Joseph jumped the gun. But then when I asked the question, well, number one, according to the Torah and the Torah only, what law would have been broken? Meaning, what law would have been broken for him to have sex with his espoused wife? I would like you to answer that question.
Well, you know, you never answer my question. And this is why I like when people say, let me finish. What was my question to you?
You want to know about the account with Luke about what the angel told Mary.
And you didn't say what the angel told Mary. You just
Right,
read, what you read was one second.
Go ahead.
Once again, I'm surgical at this. You read Luke 1:27. That's not the angel saying anything to Mary. The angel starts talking to Mary after that. And then you went so after you read Luke 1:27, you went to Matthew's 1 and start talking about before they came together. When I asked you that, the book of Luke was not written in Hebrew. Somebody could have came later and took the Greek and then wrote it in there. The only one that we know that was written in Hebrew was Matthew. So what he said about the word virgin in Luke and choosing Bethula does not exist during the time that Luke was written. Anybody can look this up. So as I stated, Luke 1:27, that word is Parthenos. And the word virgin that is used in Matthew to apply to Mary is Isaiah 7:14, which is also Alma, not Bethula or Bathwala, because Bathwala would be a woman, the type of virgin that never actually had sex. Alma is a young woman, whether she had the sex or not. So I'm going to ask you again, what did the angel say to Mary that makes you think that Joseph is not the biological father? That was my question.
Say less. So in Luke 1:27, the word Parthenos, it literally says implication, unmarried daughter or virgin. So what you all fail to realize that Alma and Parthenos can mean a woman that did not.
All right, he fell off. He fell off.
Yes, you can bring it back to both of us. That could be something that because that is not on the subject. So when he does come back, we can talk about that at a later time. But
all right,
you can see, I just want to say one thing. He was lying about Luke 1 being Bethula, because Luke 1 was never translated in Hebrew when it was written. It was translated in Koine Greek. We can go forward.
All right, I got the mass assassin just came in. I guess he want to speak to you.
Peace. What's going on, sa.neter? Shout out to the panel. I can't stay on long. Tazayach doesn't know what he's talking about. That's first and foremost when it comes to Islam. I've been hearing him repeat the same type of information for the past couple of years.
That's the captain, Lord Abel.
I am. About 8 years ago, me and Tazayach was going back and forth on Facebook, and I posted an archaeological piece that's titled Yahweh and his Asherah, right? And Yahweh is depicted as a man and Asherah is depicted as a woman. And we know that when these two combine, they have children, etc., etc., etc. So this idea that Allah was this rock god and not Yahweh, as if these two gods didn't develop into this all supreme, monotheistic, all seeing, all knowing God, is, in my opinion, disingenuous. So the question I have for Tazayach real quick is, what Islamic information have you studied? What scholars have you studied on the topic of Islam for you to formulate the opinions that you spew when you come on this channel? I'm just curious.
What's the opinion that I'm spewing?
Or everything that you're saying is based on opinion. So, okay, for instance, you said that the Quran pretty much is based off of the Quran. That's one. Number two, you
I said
said
the
that,
Quran is based off the Quran.
I mean, off the Bible, you know what I'm trying to say. That
That's
two,
not
that and
what
I'm rushing.
what I said was the Quran has nothing to do with the Bible. That's what I said.
You said that after you said that the Quran was based off of the Bible. Anybody can go back and watch because I heard you say it. So, what was the other thing that I was trying to point out? And I'm rushing. That's why I'm kind of speeding through this. But
Okay, so I'm
anyway,
trying to give you a summary. What I'm
yeah, because I just want to know what scholarship that you
yeah,
reviewed.
the Quran itself, and in my PowerPoint when I spoke about Muhammad kissing the rock, I'll give you the source. It's in the Quran. Excuse me, in my PowerPoint. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 2, Book 26. That's one. That's the source that I got it from, where he's kissing the rock, and then the other gentleman, Umar bin al-Khattab, kissing the black stone, said, "Had I not seen Allah's apostle kissing the stone, I would not have kissed you." So the source for that is Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 2, Book 26, number
So
670. That's the source.
okay, I got you. So you're using the hearsay that we call the hadith to
That's
formulate some of your opinion.
no,
So
actually, no.
so
Wait. The primary source that I've demonstrated is the Quran. So when the Quran said, when I brought up the high holy days, Ramadan is not in the Bible. Ramadan belongs to Allah. Ramadan doesn't mean anything to the God of the Bible. The other high holy days that y'all have in the Quran, the other high holy days with the birthday of Muhammad, that's not in the Bible. The official two holidays of Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, that's not in the Quran. Excuse me, in the Bible. That's in the Quran. We have Passover, the Sabbath day, Feast of First Fruits, Day of Atonement. So my argument today is that Allah is totally different than YAHAWAH, Yahweh, Jehovah. They're not the same God. Their name is different. Their worship is different. Their people is different. Their way of life is different.
so you believe that Allah, the omnipotent, is a rock, pretty much.
Allah is not omnipotent.
You don't know that. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. So
I know
I'm
that
asking you
Bible
wait a minute, brother. I'm asking you a specific
yeah, I
question
believe Allah.
based off of
Yes, I
I'm
believe.
asking you a specific question based off the Quran. You believe that that Allah, the omnipotent, is a rock.
Yeah, when y'all built that house in the Quran, in the surah where it talked about that house, Surah 22 and 26, and remember we assigned to Abraham the site of the house, saying, "Do not associate anything with me in worship." That house with the Kaaba in it, the Bible says don't worship a rock or a stone. Your book says you worship in a rock and a stone. You circle it 7 times and kiss it. So it's not the
That is
same.
not the worship of Allah.
It is.
That is a tradition. That is a tradition and a ceremony that has been going on. And you're disingenuous, brother. I can't stay on long because if I could, I would really destroy you right now. You're disingenuous and you're lying. Let's just call it what it is.
There's nothing you can destroy because all I'm saying is
I can't.
Listen to what I'm saying. I don't care if you want to worship Allah. Just don't tell me that Allah and the God of the Bible is the same God, because they're not.
I'm not making that claim, but
That's
when you say, okay, I got you. But when you say that Allah is a rock and you claim to have read the Quran, then you're being disingenuous because there's no way that you could equate anything that Allah is saying or doing in the Quran, from the creation to everything else, with the rock. That's just craziness to me.
So let's say if I'm trash talker, let's say if I'm totally wrong about Allah being a rock, right? Let's say if I'm totally wrong, it's still not the God of the Bible.
That's right. That's right.
So when Muslims try to tell me that Allah and the God of the Bible are the same, they're wrong. That's what today's presentation is. It's not about is Allah a rock. That's not the presentation. That might
okay.
Be
I didn't catch that part. I came in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got you. I got you.
Not Allah being a rock. The presentation is the Quran and the Bible are about 2 different gods. They're worship different. The names are different. The practices are different. The people are different.
So real quick, give us an extra. Because I wasn't here.
Yeah,
so
fine.
What type of God was Yahweh?
He
or
was
the
the
God of the
He
Bible?
was the God of the children of Israel. He only loved the children of Israel. He gave them law, statutes, commandments. You couldn't resurrect no idols or worship no idols. If you did, you was destroyed by them. His name is YAHAWAH, and so he's totally different. When you get to the Quran, the worship and practices and names are different than the Bible.
So I'm curious. So in the table of nations, where which I believe comes before the creation of the Tower of Babel, where God allegedly confuses all of these different tongues. Are you saying that that God is only the God of the people of Israel and not the God of the rest of humanity? I just want to
Yeah,
get
that's
this before I get off of here.
Amos 3 says, "You only have I known of all the nations on the planet." So did he create mankind? Yes, he created mankind, but he put his name on the children of Israel. He gave his laws to the children of Israel. He didn't give it to Ishmael. He didn't give his covenant to Ishmael.
But wait, why bring up Ishmael? I'm curious.
Because that's the Muslims. That's where Muhammad comes from.
You don't know what you talk about, bro. Look, I just wanted to get that on tape real quick. Hey, yo, Sa, I'm gonna respond to Jabari first, so be on the lookout for my phone call, and then I'm gonna respond to this because y'all never seen me really get in my bag. I played around with Captain
I saw you
Katazai.
real bad. The Katazai, you
I
lost real
destroyed.
bad.
I destroyed
You lost.
Katazai. The first comment on your channel, because I don't even see the video on sa.neter's channel anymore.
No. I was on sa.neter's channel.
I know, but you took the video, and now I don't see it on sa.neter's channel. I only see it on your channel. The first comment I seen on that video says, "I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and Lord Abba defeated Captain Katazai." Cut it out, man. I gotta go, yo. Sa, peace. Peace, y'all. Peace to Tazayach. Peace. Hey, yo, and be easy on the politics. Because you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro. All right, y'all. Peace. Peace.
Peace. All right. Let me move on over to my big brother.
And how much time are we going, Sal?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I just wanted to say one last thing.
No, not now. Let me get to my big brother first. He ain't speak. I'm surprised he's in here being humble. I'm surprised he's being disciplined. He learned a lot from the captain. Or he just doing this because the captain is here. All right, that's what's up. And I speak of none other than this great, mighty warrior, Apostle Saquon. What up, Apostle? You hear me, Apostle? Apostle, you hear me?
What Apostle doing? He don't know.
Apostle don't hear me, man.
Your mic is muted.
No, your mic ain't muted. You got to go out and come back in, Apostle. Go out and come back in.
We can't hear you, bro.
Can't hear you.
No, go out and come back in, Apostle.
Now you wasted that. You wasted that intro, man.
I know, right? I know. Apostle, where you at?
Yeah, I'm back in. Hey, Sal, let me ask a quick question real quick before Apostle come back.
Go ahead, actually. No, man.
Yeah, I got to like 5:15, sir.
All right, 5:15.
Yeah.
All right, you got 13 more minutes. All right, go ahead, King J.
Hey, Apostle. Tazari, a quick question. So when you say the word Bible, to me that means a compilation, over time of the different texts. Are you strictly a Old Testament Hebrew Israelite, or do you subscribe to the New Testament?
New Testament.
Come on, man. He old man. He supposed to.
Okay, just getting better familiar with the person that I'm, question that I'm asking. But you subscribe to the old and the new.
Yeah.
When you mentioned that source that you used earlier about the Hebrews, Abraham, the patriarchs at Mecca before Muhammad, did you say that?
What? No. I don't know what you. When I looked up, when I was talking to the other brother, and I read, I just Googled, I forgot what it was, but the source that came up was about Abraham sacrificing Ishmael. But I'm not sure if that's what you were talking about.
No, I'm talking about when you said Muhammad, when he first came to Mecca, he said all the different gods were worshipped there. the Hebrew patriarchs were already there worshiping?
No, I don't know if I read that. I don't recall what you're referring to. In my presentation, I didn't have that for sure, but I'm not sure.
All right, King J, you off tonight. Let me go back to God Energy. God Energy wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Peace, y'all. Yeah, because there's a great connection between what Cosmic Sankofa said earlier about Islam and what Lord Abba just said. Because Cosmic brought up the Gnostic text preserved in the Quran, like the pseudo-evangelion of James or the pseudo-gospel of Matthew, right? Gnostic text. But also you find in the Birmingham Papyrus, that's the oldest dated Quranic manuscript. The Birmingham Papyrus is made up of only 4 different sections: the proto-evangelion of James, the pseudo-gospel of Matthew, the 7 sleepers of Ephesus, which is a story from the Syriac church, and the Moses story. So we have an early Quran that consists of 100% Judeo-Christian material. And this, I think, is the relevance of Cosmic bringing that up, showing how important Judeo-Christianity was to Islam, to where you can find an early Quran that contains 100% Judeo-Christian material. I think that's very important when we're talking about the origins of Islam. This shows that Islam is related to what came before it. This is what Lord Abba was bringing up about the Hebrew tradition being related to what came before it, the Canaanite tradition. And you can find on the Kuntalet statue the depiction of Yahweh with Asherah, like he was saying, right? You could reference the work by Francesca Scrive Capulu, God and Anatomy, right? Did God Have a Wife by William G. Dever, right? So, and he even brought up the syncretism between El and Yahweh, which I'll reference stories from ancient Canaan, translating the Ugaritic text by Michael Coogan. He says, and I'm gonna land with this: the character of God of Israel is thus a composite. While Yahweh is primarily an El figure, many of the images and formulae that distinguish him from El are adopted from the theology of Baal. And what this is highlighting is that the scholastic consensus on biblical scholarship showing that Yahweh was syncretized or mixed with the God El, Elohim, Allahim, Allah, that conversation, and with Baal. And I believe Lord Abba was trying to articulate that as well, that the Hebrew tradition is based off of what came before it, just like Cosmic was saying Islam is based off of what came before it.
Yeah, that would be horrible because there is no image, or you just need the commandments of God to debunk all that nonsense. There is no image of God. There is no wife of God. There is none of that in the Bible. Everything that they marry to that is outside. But you can see Asherah, you can see Astarte, you can see other different deities where they worship the Queen of Heaven. I think in either in Ezekiel or Jeremiah. They worship the Queen of Heaven. So you can see the worship of other deities.
Just in addition, Asherah was worshipped in the Jerusalem temple alongside Yahweh.
I never said. Here's the thing. When we talking about Israelite culture, there is no female gods. But if you want to say in Israelite history that Israelites worshipped other gods, they worship Baal, they worship Molech, they worship Tammuz, they worship other gods. But that doesn't mean
tell nobody that though, Captain. If I was you.
I am telling them that because
what I'm saying is when you say that your God YAHAWAH don't have a female, but all these other gods they have female gods, I wouldn't say that to.
That's how you know theirs is man-made and ours is not, because it's not about sex. It's not about a consort.
It is about sex. Didn't the Most High say go out and multiply the earth?
To us, no, to us. But when a man creates a deity, he creates a woman because he's thinking with a man.
Don't he have to come out of a womb?
God didn't have to come out of womb. We didn't come out of no deity's womb.
All right, brother. All right, let me get to Cosmic. Cosmic, you want to respond to that because he brought your name up?
Yeah, you know, when you stay strictly inside this constructed text that was carefully created over the course of time, the Gospels that were chosen by Irenaeus first, then I think Augustine second, and then not acknowledging the other traditions from Judaism that existed prior to the canonization of these certain books, then of course you can say, yeah, it's not in the book. But when you look at the archaeological record, you see that these people had a plethora of different ways in which they worship. The brother brought up the elephantine temple, not elephantine practice. This wasn't elephantine idols. This was an elephantine temple, a Jerusalem temple, an Israelite temple that had multiple gods inside of it. So, and that's in the archaeological record, which is like a history the entire world can attest to. But the fact that it's not in this constructed book with books edited, and we know that they're edited, with books taken out and with Christianity's chosen upon, that's just an interesting perspective. But that would be a perspective from a person inside the book. So he would be correct that it's not in the book because it's carefully taken.
But that is in the book though. Like that's what I think y'all missing. Like even when you talk about sacrificing in what elephantine temple, when you read the book of Maccabees, you see that they were sacrificing swine in the temple to that god. And then you see Mattathias as an Israelite, he comes and kills the man that's sacrificing to that god. So as I've said, you can read where the Israelites is sacrificing to other gods in Israel, in Jerusalem, in the temple. It doesn't mean that that's the belief or the core belief of the god. That's my only argument. You notice whenever y'all bring up these other deities, I don't say, no, they didn't worship them. They didn't do them. Even when you talk about the practices or customs, when you said they keep these certain records in, but they leave the other customs that the Israelites was doing at that time because they were supposed to. Because if you're keeping the purity of Israelite culture, having one God, no other God, when another Israelite brings in another God, that can't be a part of our culture because it was never supposed to be a part of our culture. But you can find us going off worshiping other gods. So nobody's arguing that they worship other gods. What I'm saying is that the God of Israel is one God, no image, and you can't have no other gods with him. That's in our law. When you see anything outside of that historically, that's an Israelite man or woman going off of God's law.
So, Cap, with the significance of that in the archaeological record is that you see an emergence of adherence to the law that you're talking about. But before that period of the emergence of the adherence, you don't see a time when Israel was ever on, right? So that's where the chink in that statement comes to, where you can say these are references to where Israel went off, but the archaeological record before a specific point doesn't show where Israel were ever on these laws. So that's where problems come in.
Hold on, because Captain getting ready to break out. Apostle, are you ready? You good?
Hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Hey, Judah, I told I said if you ever want to have that discussion, just contact me like on Instagram, Facebook, or something like that, and then we can work out having a discussion on it. All right?
Okay, because I got disconnected, but peace and blessings.
Hey, peace, no sweat. I'm gonna whoop you on that subject though.
You said what?
I'm gonna whoop you on the subject.
Or you gonna get belt to ass. So
Lord be with you, brother. Lord be. You already lied talking about Luke was in Hebrew. You already lied saying Luke was in Hebrew and it wasn't.
I didn't say no. I said I'm going to the Hebrew New Testament. Go back and play the clip. I said I'm going to the Hebrew New Testament.
Right. But the thing about the Hebrew, I have the Hebrew New Testament right over there. But when I have the actual book. But when they wrote it, when they have the New Testament, what I'm saying is in origin, Luke wasn't in Hebrew. Luke was in Greek. No, I'm telling you why this is important.
Okay.
So when someone takes the Greek of Luke, and when it comes to that word virgin, which is Parthenos, and they translate it to Bethula, but Matthew is using the true word, which is in Hebrew. Matthew is in Hebrew, and they're quoting Isaiah 7:14. We have to go with Isaiah 7:14 from a Hebrew perspective because Matthew was written in Hebrew. That's what I'm saying. So
we're just gonna do both.
No, we're not. But
my argument was never that it was originally written in Hebrew. That wasn't my argument.
But the word you
saying that I would just say I was gonna pull it up in that, and I was also going to show in the Greek and also show in the English language. I was going to do all of them.
Yeah, I mean, you can show it, but I just want the audience to know that there's a biasness when you say in Hebrew it's Bethula, when you know that wasn't what it was originally written in. If you just said Matthew, you have to say Hebrew, Isaiah 7:14. So it's calling Mary Hebrew from Isaiah 7:14, not from like Genesis 24:16, when it says a virgin, neither has she known any man. There's a difference in the context and honesty. But let me get to
all right. That's it, y'all. All right.
And Parthenos also means.
Hey, brother, come on, Si, you ain't gotta be nice. There you go. Let's mute that nigga and get him out of here.
All right, that's it.
Brother.
All right, Captain, close us out, man.
Hey, shout out to everybody. Hey, sa.neter, man, I appreciate you being on my behind about getting this presentation done. It actually turned out pretty good. I got to work on another one. I'll do, man.
Yeah, you got to say pause, Captain. You got to say pause.
What did I say that was bad? What did I say?
You said I'm on your behind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying. You know what's funny? I'm trying not to use cuss words. And so that's the word that came
Come on, man. You said you appreciate me being on your behind.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you pushing me.
Right. There you go.
There we go. I appreciate you pushing me.
We don't play these games, brother.
I appreciate you pushing me to do the lecture. Me and sa.neter got some things coming up. Looking forward to what we got coming up later. We're going to keep working on it. Make sure y'all subscribe to HOK. Subscribe to sa.neter Studios. Don't stop supporting this brother. sa.neter has been my brother since 2013. The only brother that could say we never had a falling out.
That's right.
I like that. So y'all make sure y'all support that brother. I'm Captain Tazayach of ISHBK and the Commander Jenny Hanna. And until next time, I say shalom.
All right. Peace.
Brother.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
You gotta go, Cap.
Hey, Cap.
Go. Yeah.
Yo, hold on, Captain. Let me show you the stuff that I got, man.
Cap.
Yo, hold on, brother. Hold on, man. Yo, we done. We done with all that. We closing out. I want to show you what I got, Cap. You ain't ready for this type of stuff, man. See, I got Hebrews and all that, brother. And the Hebrews make my music too. I stand up for y'all. I'm telling you, man, y'all ain't ready for me, Captain. I'm versatile. With this music, brother.
You got me highlighted. I can't see you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm highlighting. Yo, listen, man.
I stand up for y'all, but I don't hit things. No, he got my back and he won't ever change. That's loyalty, that's loyal. Me from the bottom, we from above. I stand up for y'all, but I don't everything. No, he got my back and he won't ever change. That's loyalty, that's loyal. Me from the bottom, we from above. I stand up for y'all, and they spirit in me. Stay up that black, cause that's them bricks he will be lending me. I love that brother with a fan, cause they ain't really friendly. Sleeping on the floor, had nothing, they don't really feel me. Raised them on like he was 10, no, they don't really hit me. Women make me blow and smoke, just a chimney. Ain't no joke, I'm on it with me. I'm low from blocks to hoods, no need to mention names. Oh yeah, we do this for y'all, but that don't mean anything. If for them babies, they had nothing but a pray for rain. If for them young ones, they would be, it would raise the pain. I bring that sword from my mouth, we gon' make a change. I stand up for y'all, I won't praise his name. I stand up for y'all, but I don't need anything. No, he got my back and he won't ever change. That's loyalty, that's loyal. Me from the bottom, we from above. I stand up for y'all, but I don't.
That's my closeout song, Cap. You ain't ready for this music, man. I'm telling you.
It's If that's the song you play in this battle, we're gonna whoop your ass.
No, that's not the song that I play in the battle. I will play this one though.
Let me hear it.
Cap.
Step in the HOK, you get raw form trophies in Miami. We pulling up on them, putting in work, trying to get your mind ready. Trying to see your soul if they only win it. We do this for the babies, never give up on them. All of my people just know I got love for them. They say they want smoke, but they ain't ready. Find me in the studio, that's sa.neter. Step in the HOK, you get raw form trophies in Miami. We pulling up on them, putting in work, trying to get your mind ready. Trying to see your soul if they only win it. We do this for the babies, never give up on them. All of my people just know I got love for them. They say they want smoke, but they ain't ready. Find me in the studio, that's sa.neter. They keep you by the system, better watch what you say to them. I do it for the shit, I know I gotta make a way for them. Carry them on my back like I take the gym. Never turn my back, you know I gotta lead the way for them. HOK, bringing conscious to the people, holla freedom. Furry giving knowledge, how we free them. Food for his orders, how we feed them. It's about to go down in the bed, Coliseum. They talk by smoke, they just blow. They don't want it when you see them. We ready all day from the head to the bill. And the tough fits invite me, we take them to the deep things. Slum with the knowledge they been seeking. You need a hand, they been reaching. Really got my back when I need it. See they walking dead, they been sleeping. Higher than the mountain, I'm peaking. Hold up from the cold down with all this defense. For the people, it's the spirit they be seeking. Trying to say these baby fronted leeches. Been in your pain when we speaking. Trap with that word, got that armor of yapping. It's the spirit we breathing. sa.neter put the other channels on them now like the sisters at a meeting. I'm in a yacht, no dick, and I beat them. YAHAWAH families, the blessings how we greet them. Step in the HOK and get raw form tough as environment. We pulling up on them, putting in that word, trying to get your mind ready, trying to see your soul.
See, I'm gonna hold the best for last. I ain't gonna give you everything, Captain.
Yeah.
You can close out with something. What you got? Close out with something, man.
I was trying to find it, but see, my songs is gangster though, so I don't know if
Yeah,
ready for
you dealing with the gangster stuff. We dealing with waking the people up. That's what I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm talking about. You want to deal with gangsters or you want to wake the people up?
Yeah, we deal with both. We deal with both.
Hold on, watch. See, I saved the best for last. You wanna wake the people up, or you wanna deal with gangsters?
Time to set the stage with the lights off. Let the little nigga breathe to the fight's lost.
Yeah.
You ain't never like the room with the bright sauce. Hail Mary, they despise what the light brought. Let them roach niggas bleed if they can't see. sa.neter TV, what you can't be. They say that murder on my mind, now they can't breathe. Take a picture of the crew, that's your last peep. Oh, it need me or love, yeah, that's just me. Keep them jumping like some frogs, so they might be what the sun said. And they don't really wanna bleed from the gunplay. And like mine, niggas smoking weed on the one-way street, nigga. Yeah, we see we outside with it. Pull up to debates like we might be with it on guard. Saw these niggas like bullshit and they fraud. Let me chop them down with the sword. Walk them down like they live bars. This the toughest you gon' be in, we too hard. And you don't really want that smoke, my G. With sa.neter TV, this the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in.
Come on, Captain.
Hold
Come
on,
on, get up out of here.
Well, I'll play one song right here. Can y'all hear this one?
Yeah, I can hear it. We can hear it.
All right, I'm gonna play that one. It's from Captain Akkad.
Captain Akkad is rough.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all get our music.
Captain Akkad is mean with it. I already know.
To the world, screaming we the ones. Just give me the mission. Watch I get it done. She say I'm on her mind. She want me on her tongue. She know I'm in the coat. She still gonna give me some. Yeah, I got I ain't taking none. They say it's real smoke. Well, I got plenty guns. I had to shake them off. Who them hating ones? Ain't getting nothing up, nigga. Watch I get it done. The truth hurt, I know it's hard to deal with. Bitch took all my emotions, I can't feel shit.
I like gangster music like that.
I've been in the field with. I bought that black with a suppressor and a kill switch. Screaming burn, baby, burn, let's fuck the world up. I had to get it done, cause they ain't real enough. Red little fresh nigga, make this shit look easy. Told my mama I'ma die like this, please believe me. The real nigga check, they hating, no sweat. If he up it, I'm gonna blow it.
That's where we coming from. And that's a light one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's all right, but you know, my joint bring the consciousness like something like this.
From you did it again, man.
We versatile over here, baby.
HOK, Field Marshal, you know? None of them can but a dance on the top. Violate the general. End up in a blood clot funeral home. Anchor the AK, Jabari got the chrome. Hector with the heart, we sending them home. Regina the alley with a Cuban and a galley. Send you back on Nile Valley with a shot in your toe intellectually. How click the link if your scholarship stop him. Or if just want make you cry with the truth. No lie, my youth, him a real historian. 21 gun salute for commission. Not a brother, a hustle, a move like him. All left found the black woman not all like Dulce and the Yana for sister freedom. I don't hold panel, no one time for Bible thumping. The minute them see me come, reviation set from the trendsetter. None of them can mother than sa.neter. None of them can mother than sa.neter. Them got a podcast but sa better.
Coast to coast, we be banging. Coast to coast, we be bringing all this knowledge, we be slanging. In the HOK, we don't do no entertaining.
Speaking truth, speaking facts.
What the niggas just a layman. Better get on one accord. The future can be yours. Ancestors push you more. We gotta go explore the sciences and math. The future's based on class. You bout to catch my wrath. We turning up this track.
In the dark minds of the light.
The dark heart still fight. We gotta make this right. Talk right now. We learn how to stand up and stand proud. No man down. We fam now. House of the conscious, my clan now.
Frankie are the trendsetter. None of them can mother than sa.neter. None of them can mother than sa.neter. Them got a podcast,
When I look at you niggas, I see what I'm not. Go take him, a little bit of her, mix it with them, I put them in a pot. You still can't get none like me. It might sound the same, but it's unlikely. One white tee, if I live it up, then you niggas gonna see what it gun might be. I thought I told ya. Afro Nation, revelation, we some soldiers. sa.neter put this team together, now it's over. We got the weight of the world up on my shoulder. When you get conscious information, hearts turn colder. Now look at these trappers who rapping the same, so stuck in their lane, systemically, chemically. I'm thinking something is wrong with their brain. As long as they paid and for in the chain, I got nothing to say. They in love with the gang. I traded my gang for change, and now that I changed, a few things still say the same.
Frankie are the trendsetter.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, you can't go toe to toe with me, man.
That's probably the best one. I like Benjamin music, so that's
my man right here. That's Revelation. You see him?
I like
right under you.
That one was fire. It was fire.
That's Revelation right under you, brother. He right under you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that song.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, you can't go toe to toe with me with the music. I'm telling you.
You know what? I'm gonna send Tazayach. Let him handle it.
Yeah. But see, you got gangster music. We getting away from that.
Nah, we got R&B. Listen, we got R&B music.
People up, brother. We waking our people up.
R&B music. We got all type of music, man. Don't worry, we got you covered.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, wait, hold on 1 second. Wait, I want to get one more song before I go.
Hey, let me just say peace to the panel, Captain Tazayach. Thank you for entertaining the question. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Sa. All right, everybody.
All right, that's right. So I'm gonna share my screen because it's coming from YouTube.
All right, thanks, man.
So I'm gonna play this one, but I gotta share my screen for this one because it's coming from YouTube. All right, hold on 1 second. You hear that? You hear that, sir?
One West.
Hey, One West right here.
Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave them, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gonna work. Yeah.
So that's how music go right there.
Hey, yo, Captain, you know what's going down tonight, right? This is going to be the first time they did this in 15 years. You know what's going down, right?
Nah, what's that?
The firing squad.
Ooh, what's that?
A firing squad. You know, they're getting ready to execute somebody through the firing squad.
Nah,
you don't know about that?
I don't know.
All right, let me tell you. Let me give you a little more details. In South Carolina, is that where Apostle at? Is Apostle there? Apostle, man, he's still, you know, Apostle just got his machine, the Rodecaster Pro. He don't know how to hook it up, Captain. he just got it. He don't know how to hook it up. So, yeah, they're going to be executed.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
South Carolina is going down drill tonight.
White man, that's good.
As an execution.
Yeah, it's a white man they about to do it too. That's good.
Yeah, now they didn't use the firing squad in over 15 years. They getting ready to bring
glad
that
they're using it on the white
Look,
man.
he's showing us his little joint.
Hey, you better call him and help him out. You better call and help him, Si.
Yeah, I told him I'm told him come in the back chat. I help him out.
All right, but sound about the road, man. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
yo, Captain, thank you, man, for spending your time once again, blessing the stage for the
Definitely.
people. And yo, I'll see you next week with Pastor Manny.
Right, with Pastor
Be
Manny.
ready. Be
Yeah.
ready. Pastor
I'll be
Manny
ready.
ain't no
I'll be
joke.
ready. All right, no sweat. All right, y'all take it easy. Shalom to the
Peace,
panel.
peace. Shalom. Shalom.
Peace and blessings, Cap.
All right,
Thank you
peace
for
and
having
blessings
me,
to
man.
everybody out there, y'all. We out, man.
Appreciate you. Guys.
Revelation. He like your song, Revelation. Damn, Apostle, I can't hear you, Apostle.
All right, peace and blessings to everybody out there, y'all. We out, man.
Yeah, you still don't hear me, man?
I hear you, but you got an echo going on.
Hear me?